to Liberty High School in Glendaniel, West Virginia. Tonight, video production presents Raleigh County High School football. It's the number 9 class AA 5-2 Logan Wildcats taking on the 1-5 Liberty Raiders. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas as we welcome you into the Beckley Auto Mall pregame show. And Eric, we have two teams headed in two different directions. Logan 5-2 coming off a loss against previously or currently now number 1 in AA Scott, and Liberty not having the kind of year they'd hope to have. Their 1-5. So Logan trying to obviously get the win and finish strong in the regular season to get home games, and for Liberty just trying to maybe be a spoiler and just get guys ready for the offseason.
Yeah, and this is a matchup of the two teams that played in the exactly the same stadium, as Logan needed another game, so they picked Liberty back up. And you're absolutely right. Liberty's going in the opposite direction, but it's a very, very young team that's starting to put some drives and stuff together now, and they might have a chance to play a spoiler tonight.
Both teams out on the field going through the warm-ups. In fact, as soon as I say that, Liberty has just left the field. It's a beautiful night here in Glendaniel, West Virginia. We'll take our first commercial break here in the Beckley Auto Mall pregame show, and we'll come back. We'll get you ready for the kickoff between Liberty and Logan here in Glendaniel at Liberty High School at the top of the hour as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
And welcome back to Liberty High School here in Glendaniel, West Virginia, as we get you ready for the Logan Liberty game here at the top of the hour. In our first segment, Eric, we talked about these two teams headed in different directions. Logan started the season. They won their first 4 games, but they've lost 2 of their last 3, including losing last week to number 1 in AA Scott, 28-20. But they've been a really solid team with wins over Mann, Sissonville, Wayne, and Polka. Then they dropped a decision to Winfield. And as I mentioned, they lost to Scott with a win over Nitro in between. On the flip side, Liberty only able to get 1 win. They lost their first 2 games. Of course, you and I had that first game against Independence, and just a lot of teams are well overmatched against Independence. So, Liberty lost that game 60-0. Then they were shut out at Pikeview 14-0. But they got a big win over Sherman. But since then, they've lost 3 in a row. So it's a big task for Liberty here tonight.
Yeah, and for Liberty and Coach Mark Montgomery, when we did our preseason coaches show, he said that the one thing he wanted to do, he loves to teach and practice, and you're starting to see this young team grow a little bit and show some improvement, and that's what he's here to do. And on the flip side, Coach Gary Mullins for Logan, starting to, a lot of teams are having injuries, so he's probably trying to weather that storm as well going down the stretch.
And as you say that, Eric, I think it's important to talk about injuries, and we'll do that here in just a minute as they get ready to have the national anthem. We will go to our second break and come back and dive more into this. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Motley's Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Motley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia, or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Motley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Motley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
And we welcome you back to Liberty High School, Glen Daniel, West Virginia, with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We also have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Also, Dee Pennington with us here tonight, as well as the man always that keeps us in line, keeps us straight on every game, our true stat man, Mr. Chris Farish. But, Eric, right there before we took our last break, we were talking about, and you alluded to it, about the injuries. As Logan already played 7 games, Logan's 8th game here tonight, and Liberty 6 games, their 7th game tonight. They've each had injuries to their quarterback. In fact, Logan will have a different starter tonight. Drew Berry, the 6'2", 200-pound junior, will be Logan's starting quarterback, as Jackson Kogar had been injured.
Yeah, and going with the backup, we had a chance to really look at him in warm-ups, and he looks like a real athletic kid, and so look for him to get the job done tonight.
And on the flip side for Liberty, Dalton Williams, who started the game that we did, and seems like forever ago, the first game of the season against Independence, Dalton Williams, a 6'3", 160-pound junior, he's missed each of the last 2 games, but he's back under center here tonight. And
we had a chance to find out that he had a lower back injury that took him out for 2 games, but he's back with a new number, and raring to go.
And you take this Liberty team, like I said, they were a playoff team from a year ago, and this year they just, due to graduation and being 500 students in this Class AA school, they just weren't able to replace some of those big-time athletes and players they had from graduation, and they've had to kind of change their style a little bit to just run first, really pretty much a run 90% of the time.
Yeah, and that's tough, when you have a young group, and it's not an excuse, but a lot of these kids were playing in middle school last year, and they've been forced to start early. But the future's bright, I really think. If you can keep this core group of kids together, the Liberty Raiders, they'll have a chance to grow and prosper in future years.
And just to add what you said, and to really show how spot on you are, as we want to give a shout out to Trap Hill. I guess they're actually Liberty Middle School. They won the county championship last night in Beaton Park, so we know that there's a good bunch of young kids that will soon be on the high school level here for Liberty.
Yeah, and that's what you want. If you're a coach, you really want that's where your teams are developed. So if this 9th grade group can be a year older, year wiser, took some lumps this year, and they'll be able to really talk and teach this freshman class that's coming in, a good freshman class, because we've had a chance to do Park, and to really pull that victory off against Park, you had to have some offensive fireworks.
All right, Liberty's on to the field. We are going to take our final pregame break here in the Beckley Auto Mall pregame show. We'll come back and have the game for you at the top of the hour. It's Logan and Liberty right here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to Glen Daniel, West Virginia, here at Liberty High School. We're moments away of getting the game started. Number 9 in Class AA Logan 5-2 against Liberty 1-5. They're having the toss of the coin, and Eric, while they're doing that, we'll have the keys to the first half. And keys to the first half are brought to you by Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. So, Eric, your keys to the first half.
And for this young Liberty Raiders team, I think they're going to really have to try to control the ball with that run game, as you spoke upon earlier. They're more of a run first, run second, run third type of offense, and try to keep the Logan offense off the field.
And while we got a minute, while they are out there with the captains in the coin toss, we would like to thank our streaming sponsor is Dr. John Tabbitt at West Virginia Orthopedic Trauma. Whether it's a sports injury or car accident, Dr. Tabbitt will get you back on your feet. West Virginia Sports Orthopedic Trauma, a proud sponsor of high school athletics in southern West Virginia. Logan will be in all white tonight, Eric, and I like the look. The Wildcats rather in white, and the Raiders of Liberty all in black. Logan has won the toss, and they've elected to receive, and they'll work left to right. We're moments away from getting the game started.
And that's smart on the road, because the key to victory for Logan, I think, is really to try to get up on this young Logan Liberty team, and really put them away early.
So Logan, number 9 in Class AA, of course, the top 16 teams in each class qualify for the playoffs, Eric. And, of course, to get 2 home games, you got to finish in the top 4. To get 1 home game, you got to finish in the top 8. So Logan knows they need to get this game, and then they have work to do, because after tonight, as we take a look at the remainder of the Logan schedule, they've got their arch rival Chapmanville next week. Then they're open on October 28th, and then they'll close out at home against a good Herbert Hoover team.
And, nursing some injuries here down the stretch, get this victory, maybe be able to mix in some of your younger kids, your cats, the Logan Wildcats.
Yep.
And
your kittens, maybe.
Yeah, maybe put your kittens in. Hope they grow up to be, some ferocious cats. But I think with this game being on the road, go ahead and, try to put this one away. And, Chapmanville, anything can happen in that. You throw the record out.
So it's going to be Clancy on the far side for Logan. Let's see who they've got coming here to the near side. Is out waiting on the kickoff. And that's going to be Stone. Shelton Stone is the deep back for Logan. The ball's teed up here on the near side hash. And we are ready to get the game underway. And here's the opening kickoff. And it's a squib kick. And Logan's down on it across the 30. They'll start this drive, Eric, on their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, a little hot line drive there, and keeping the return to a minimum.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Logan. They have the ball on their own 31. They'll work left to right. The quarterback will be Drew Berry. We told you that Jackson Kogaro is injured, so they'll go with Berry, the 6'2", 200-pound junior. And they've got a couple receivers that we really like, and we'll see how that works into the game. That's Gardner on one side and Workman and Clancy on the other, as they're going to go with twin receivers to each side as we're ready for the first play of the game. 1st and 10 Logan on their own 31-yard line.
And right off the bat, Maris, looks like they're going to go 2-by-2 here and try to air it out against this Liberty defense.
Yeah, try to spread Liberty out. Barry waiting. There's a flag, and I'm not sure what we got. So there's a flag before we get the game started, before the snap. And not sure what the call is. And
it's going against Liberty.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they had too many people on the field. I didn't see it. It's against Liberty. So I think maybe illegal substitution, maybe?
Illegal, yeah, I think so.
So they broke the huddle with 12, and the penalty will get the ball out to the 36 and make it 1st and 5. So 1st and 5 for the Wildcats on their own 36-yard line, and they had too many men on the field, I think is what it was.
Yeah, and they still had it right there, and as I think 70 sneaks off the field just in time to avoid another penalty.
Here's the shotgun snap, Barry to throw, and it's thrown just a little bit behind the intended receiver, Malachi Gardner, the 6'2", 180-pound senior. So on the incompletion, it'll be 2nd and 5 for Logan.
Yeah, that was there, Maris, just a little tad behind the receiver. If he had some in stride right there, it was going to be a big gainer.
Once again, they'll spread them out, twin receivers to each side. Barry working out of the gun. Liberty jumps offside, so just like that, Logan will get a first down. One 5-yard penalty with too many men on the field, and now another 5-yard penalty for being offsides. And without really doing anything, no completion or anything, they've got a first down.
And the first down, and this is not the start you wanted if you're Liberty, giving up a first down via 2 penalties.
So on the offsides, the ball goes across the 40 to the 41. 1st and 10 now for Logan. They'll continue with the same formation, and they're going to run the ball. And there's some room to the outside. Cuts up across the 45. Ball's loose. It's fumbled, and I think Liberty's got it. The ball popped out, and Liberty has turned them over. So we had quite a start of this game with a couple penalties and now a turnover.
Yeah, and just what the doctor ordered for this Liberty Raider team as we look at a little general instant replay. As he bounces it outside, they put a hand, everything on the ball, and he just coughs it up.
So right at midfield is where Liberty will take over. And, Eric, I think you would agree, for a team like Liberty who's really been struggling to score, the shorter you can go for a touchdown, obviously the easier it is.
Yeah, and you know what? And being in the middle of the field, Maris, that opens up the playbook vastly. We've had a chance to do them, and they pretty much run it.
Here's a direct snap, which people call the Wildcat. In this case, I guess, would be the Liberty, or the Raider, rather. And on the snap, the ball goes to, let's see, that was Bradford on the carry. And he gets down to the 46 of Logan. It'll be 2nd down.
And looks like Joshua Bradford is playing with maybe a cast on. Looks like that wrist. He's toughing it out late in the season.
Once again, they'll go tight. They call it their version of the single wing. And Bradford gets the carry again. He'll crosses the 45 and gets down to the Logan 43. It'll be 3rd and short.
It looks like right now the momentum definitely after that turnover is with this Liberty Raider squad.
And you got to think, Eric, that 2 downs in order to pick this up. I don't think you're thinking about punting, even though you got the ball at the 43-yard line. So let's see what Liberty will cook up on a 3rd down play. The line to gain is the 40. And it's going to be run up inside, and they break it down inside the 35 and to the 30-yard line. That's White Burdett.
Yeah, and that was a well-designed play there. I actually thought that Bradford had it going around the end, so good sleight of hand and a good first down pickup.
Burdett will take the ball down. Let's see, they put him down at the Logan 32-yard line. By the way, I want to mention that White Burdett's mom, the Leanna, the owner of Window World, who's one of our sponsors here on Video Productions, and I do think Leanna may be watching, and if you are, give her a shout-out. Nice run by her son. 1st and 10 for Liberty at the 32 of Logan. And it'll be the quarterback, just a straight keeper inside the 30 for a minimal gain, and That is Dalton Williams with the carry.
And that's a good job by this young offensive line to get a little push here. And Liberty's doing a good job of getting ahead of the chains, not any negative yards on the first down, because that's a key down for a run-first offense.
That'll be a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 29 of Logan. And another thing, too, be very methodical. Run the play clock down. No hurry. They want to eat clock. And right now, Liberty want to shrink the game, and they're doing exactly what they want right now.
Yeah, and everything's going Liberty's way right now.
So here's Liberty type formation. They snap it up inside, and it's Burnett again up inside. And I think Logan may have a hard time of picking up the ball as Burnett able to take it down just shy of the 25. We're going to call it the 26 and bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, but 2-down territory once again, as you stated earlier. And I think that, they look like they're playing with some rhythm right now. And that's what an early turnover can do. And seems like they're confident in, their scheme and executing really well.
So they have the ball at the 26 of Logan. They need about 4 yards on the 3rd down play. And they'll run it inside to Bradford up inside, and I think he's going to get to what he needs. And actually, he'll get the 1st down and then some as he gets inside the 20, and that's enough to move the chains.
Hey, tough yards inside the the guard in the center right there, and just enough to move the chains.
So it'll be a 1st down for Liberty. They'll put the ball down at the Logan, looks to be the Logan 18-yard line, and that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Liberty Raiders. So once again, in no hurry is Liberty, very methodical, Eric. We saw this from Beckley last week, and Liberty looks like a different style of what Beckley did a week ago.
I was going to say, you almost you were in my thoughts there, because it's exactly what Beckley did against the Huntington team. They were able to ball control early and keep that high-powered offense off the field.
There's a running play up the middle by Wyatt Burdett, and that'll get the ball down to the 15 and pick up 3 on 1st down, make it 2nd and 7. And milking the clock as we're getting ready to approach the 8-minute mark of the 1st quarter. Logan turned it over. Liberty started this drive at midfield, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And once again, Liberty in no hurry, 17 on the play clock from the Logan 15. And it'll go to, wasn't sure if that was Bradford's. It gets inside the 15. It couldn't quite make out the ball carrier, and it was Bradford, I believe.
Yeah, definitely Bradford. I was able to pick up the big cast or something on his left hand, and this is going to be a 3rd and probably about 6.
Yeah, they have the ball at the 14. Yeah, you're right. They're going to need to get the ball to the 8-yard line, so obviously they'll have 2 downs in which to pick this up from the Logan 14 on 3rd down. And it will go off the right side, and they'll push the pile down near the 10. And let's see where they actually not quite to the 10. I beg your pardon.
It looked like the hole opened up there at that time for Bradford, but they were able to slam the door shut on it pretty quick. And as you can see, Logan is really, really creeping up more people into the box. As you said, basically almost 10 people in the box with a deep back.
Yeah, it'll be 4th and 5 from the 13. They got to get inside the 10 to the 8. And Logan may have jumped, or were they drawn off sides? Liberty moved, but Liberty is saying that maybe Logan jumped, and depends on which way they call it. If it's against Logan, it'll be a 1st down.
Well, the refs are going to have to get together, because I think the far side, one said offside, and the far side ref said false start. So both line judges were in disagreement, but the far side one evidently won.
So with the penalty, that brings the ball back to the 18, makes it 4th and 10, and they're not going to attempt a field goal. They're going to go for it. But now this could be tough sledding if you run the ball. If they have let's see if they're going to, put the ball up in a pass attempt here.
Yeah, and now Logan is probably thinking the same thing, because they've dropped an extra man out of the box. Now they have 2 safeties pretty much over top, and they're going to try to
run the ball, try to bring it here up into the near side, and it's not going to get what they needed, and Logan will turn them away on down. So that penalty obviously really hurt Liberty, and Liberty not able to cash in, and Logan will take over on their own 14-yard line.
And that's something that Coach Montgomery probably is definitely not pleased with. As we stated, he loves to coach, and they're pretty much undisciplined. 3 penalties in this first quarter has really set the tone for them offensively. as they had a chance to pick that first down, and they were in the red zone, getting into the red zone.
So Logan will take over on downs, their second time on offense. They'll have it on their own 14. Logan turned it over at midfield the last time that they had the ball. We'll keep you up to date with scores going on around the region and around the state of West Virginia, including the big Beckley-Princeton game down at Princeton tonight. Here's a shotgun snap, a throw. Deep on the far side, it's going to be underthrown. It's up for grabs, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that had a chance to be picked off, and the athleticism of the Logan Wildcat receiver, he was able to go up. Gardner was able to go up and in between two defenders and almost come down with that catch.
Yeah, Gardner's 6'3", 190 pounds, so trying to get it at its highest point, and the ball a little underthrown as Barry trying to hit the home run ball. So it'll be 2nd and 10 on their own 14 for Logan. The clock stopped on the incompletion, 6:03 for the opening quarter. And they've got them spread out, twins to each side, and now they spread them out and try to run the ball up inside, and there's a gaping hole across the 20, across the 25, up over the 30, and out to about the 36, 37-yard line. And what a good job Logan did by spreading them out and then running up inside.
Yeah, that's a numbers game, spread them out, spread them thin, pretty much unload the box right there, and Logan was able to really pick up a big gainer, as we see here on the instant replay.
Yeah, 23-yard gain on the play. And that'll move the sticks for a first down for Logan on their own 37-yard line. That's a high snap, jet sweep. There's a nice run near side, crosses midfield with the first down, and all the way down to the 41 of Liberty, and that is Clancy on the carry.
Yeah, Julius got loose right there on the jet sweep here, and as we will see on the instant replay, he was able to get free into the second level and was picked up a big gainer.
Yeah, Clancy, a 6'2", 170-pound junior, and it'll be a first down at the Raider 41-yard line. And now what do we got? We're going to have a timeout. So we got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. No score in the ball game as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And out of the timeout, as Liberty called that timeout. So it'll be first down for Logan at the Liberty 41. This drive started back on the 14-yard line. And it'll be Drew Berry working out of the shotgun. And once again, Eric, a good job. They've spread them out. They've run twin receivers to each side. And now, I'm not sure what the holdup is as we're out of the timeout. We're out of the commercial break. It's time to roll. And now we're all set. 1st and 10 for Logan. Put a man in motion. And they'll fake it to it. They fumbled the ball. It's out there. And Logan very lucky to get that back, as that's Clancy able to get on it for no gain. It'll be 2nd 10. But Logan very lucky to get that high bounce off the turf.
Yeah, as you look here, Maris, that the snap is kind of throwing this off, and the timing of the play as he tried to fake the jet sweep and hand it to the back to his left, and just the timing of the play was thrown off.
So thought Liberty had jumped into neutral zone, no call. Plenty of time on the play clock. Maybe changing the play is Barry. Long count. Gets the snap to throw. They force him out of the pocket. He's got room to run. Barry's going to get inside the 40. He's not done yet. Got a first down inside the 35 and gets all the way down to the Liberty 27-yard line and a new package of downs.
And I think once Barry got outside, he knew what to do with it. They ran 2 goals on the out of the wide receivers, and it pretty much cleared out and a big running lane for the quarterback.
Yes, a 14-yard scramble on the play. And as I mentioned, a new package of downs for Logan at the Liberty 27. 4.5 to go here in the opening quarter. No score. Logan in no hurry. We're under 10 on the play clock. Once again, out of the shotgun is Barry. Takes the snap to throw with time. Throws the ball, and it's short hops his intended receiver, trying to get the ball to Aiden Slack, and that ball just come up short.
And Barry had plenty of time to throw as the line did its job, and that was a slow developing play and just not able to make the connection.
So as Eric told you, didn't make the connection. The clock stops on the incomplete. And it's 4:28 remaining for the opening quarter, 2nd and 10. And now we got a flag, and we got a false start on Logan, so that'll back them up. And they could be drive killers, as we know.
Yeah, and both teams seems like once they have their offense going and cooking, they do something, in a mental mistake and jumping offside, false starting, and sets their offense back against the chains again.
So it'll be 2nd and 15 for Logan at the Liberty 32. Now they're going to run trips here to the near side, kind of like a bunch trips, kind of different formation here.
Yeah, look for that little shuttle, screen right here.
Here's Barry, gets the snap, got a man open, he's all alone. It's caught for the touchdown. That was well executed, great throw, and it's Clancy hauls in the 32-yard touchdown pass, and it's a Barry to Clancy strike, and Logan's on the board, a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, this is a good play design as they go trips right, little bunch formation, and little confusion in the secondary for Liberty, and it was an easy pitch and catch right there.
And that was a 7-play, 86-yard drive, and Logan's on the board. And now we had an injured player, I do believe. His coach is out there. Yeah, they do have an injured player as we see him coming off the field. And we'll see if Logan is going to elect to go for 2, or will they try the point after from placement. And looks like it's going to go for 2 here, as Logan leads in the ball game 6-0. The 4:20 mark of the opening quarter. A beautiful thrown ball by Drew Barry as he hits Julius Clancy down the right side, and they will line up and go for 2. They'll spread them out with twin receivers to each side. They'll go empty in the backfield. Barry takes the snap, looks, throws, got a man open, and it's caught, and the 2-point conversion is good. So your new score with 4:20 left here in the opening quarter. It's Logan 8, Liberty nothing. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Logan goes 86 yards in 7 plays, and they get a 32-yard touchdown pass from Barry to Clancy. They get the 2-point conversion, and they lead 8-0 with 4:20 left in the opening quarter. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Boy, we love those blue cans of Pepsi. We had Pepsi at dinner tonight. Here's the ensuing kickoff, and the ball kind of dives right there. Liberty lucky to get on it about the 27-yard line. But, yes, we had a nice, soothing taste of Pepsi with our Giovanni's Pizza, Mamma Mia, down here in Glen Daniel. We'll talk about Giovanni's in a minute. But now Liberty has the ball, and they'll start this drive from their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, that was almost near disaster on that kickoff as the ball just kind of hung on the turf, and Logan was almost able to come up with it.
So the Liberty Raiders will have it 1st and 10 on their own 28 with that tight formation. And they'll run the ball off the right. Bradford up over the 30. Got a good gain on 1st down as they run him out of bounds on the far side. And he gets out to the 35-yard line, and a good run on 1st down.
And good hard run from Joshua Bradford, who is a junior, 5'6", 173 pounds. So he's packed in there pretty tight, and a good pickup. Nearly a penalty on a horse collar there on that run.
They give him to the 36. We got 8 on 1st down. And this, if you're Liberty, this is a must to have 2nd and short, which is 2nd and 2 right here from their own 36. And it'll be Bradford again, and that time Logan's ready for it. They stack him up, but he pushes ahead. It depends on where they spot him. He's very close to a first down.
And I think he's going to be able, with that second effort, to pick up that first down. Move the chains. Depends on if it's a right foot or spot. Yes, definitely a first down.
They got it. So it's a first down for Liberty. And, you know, that's so important for Liberty. Even if, obviously, you want to score on every drive, but even if you don't, you've got to be able to string some first downs together. You can't go 3 and out. And they needed 2, and they get 3, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, as you can see, the Logan has a pretty, potent passing game. And Liberty did what they needed to on that first drive, all but come up with some points.
Yeah, the penalty really hurt Liberty on that first drive. Here's going to be a running play, and that's going to cross 40. There's a flag thrown in, and that's probably going to be a hold, as that's normally where you get a hold where that flag went.
Yeah, it looks like it was a little huddle going there, and looks like someone got yanked, and it's going to be on Liberty again. This is going to be their 4th penalty of the first quarter.
And, you know, any team, no matter what kind of offense you have, but when you really lean your hat on the run like that and you're trying to shrink the game, as you alluded to earlier, Eric, you cannot have, especially this type of penalty.
Yeah, and that type of penalty. And it looks like it was away from the side where the ball, was run. But this young team is really, they're growing. They're still just making, mistakes, mental mistakes that happen.
So the ball will go back to the 30-yard line and make it 1st and 19. They've got to get out to the 49 for a first down. So it's 1st and 19 for Liberty on their own 30-yard line. Here's the snap. I'm going to go off here to the near side, and that's a hard run by Burdett, but he gets stacked up. And he gains about 3, maybe 4, depending on when they put him down at.
That was a tough carry there, and it took a gaggle of Logan Wildcats to bring him down. Good tough run.
Yeah, they'll put him down at the 33, so he got 3 on the play. 2nd and 16 coming up for the Raiders. We're approaching the 2-minute mark of quarter number 1. Logan's score came on a beautiful touchdown pass from Barry to Clancy. And here comes the snap. And that is Bradford getting the ball up over the 35, out to maybe 36, maybe 37. Third down coming up. Put him down at the 37-yard line. And they've got to get out to the 49. So, with Liberty style, definitely not where you want to be, having the ball on the 33 and got to get out to the 49.
Yeah, and I have a scoring update. As the Flying Eagles drove down the interstate to take on the Princeton Tigers, and they're down. Beckley's down 14-0 in the first quarter.
Wow, and this is a big game for Beckley. We had Beckley a week ago, and they lost to Huntington. And, of course, this is a big game with Princeton. But while we got a minute, we want to tell you about the fine people from Giovanni's Pizza. Mamma mia. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. That's where we had our pregame meal, of course, located up in Leicester Square in Sophia when we're at an Independence game. And then, of course, right here in the heart of Liberty football country in Glen Daniel. And, boy, the fine people are so nice to us when we had our pregame meal, Eric.
So nice. And one of the young freshmen on this team, Connor Akert, his grandmother took really good care of us this evening, and a great meal.
Delicious food, mamma mia. So anyway, out of the timeout, as we're back and getting ready for play with a minute and a half remaining in the opening quarter and an 8-0 Logan lead. And Liberty's got a third down coming up. They have the ball. They have the ball at the 37-yard line. I think I originally said 33. I beg your pardon. So they've got to get out to the 49. They'll need 12 yards here on this third down play. From their 37. There's a snap. They're going to roll the pocket to Williams. He throws. He makes the connection, but it's a very short connection. And virtually for no gain, and it's going to bring up fourth down. And if you're Liberty, you're going to have to punt the ball.
Yeah, send the punt unit on and try to flip the field a little bit and see what the defense can do.
And once again, what hurt Liberty on their first drive when they turned it over on downs was a penalty. And what hurt this drive was a holding penalty, and that got them behind the chains. And like I said, it just really took them out of their offense. So on fourth down, Liberty will be set to punt Punter standing on his own 25. Here it comes. It's almost blocked, and it might have been partially blocked as it takes a Liberty bounce and goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So Logan, for their third chance on offense, will take over 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
Another great field position as special teams almost came up with a block there and set this potent offense back out there.
Yeah, the last time that Logan had the ball, they went 86 yards in 7 plays. And like I said, they got a beautiful touchdown pass. And, you know, their starting quarterback, Kogar, not available tonight. And Barry, who's coming in reserved, he did not look like a reserve on that last drive, and especially that last throw that connected for a touchdown. In fact, his last 2 throws, one for the touchdown and one for the 2-point conversion. Barry takes the snap, got a man open across the middle. It's caught, and it's very close to a first down. He had to go right to midfield. It all depends on where they put him down at. And that catch was made that time by Workman.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark him just shy of the line to get here, and look for them to probably play action here. 2nd and 1, it's a good time to go up top.
So 2nd and short, as Eric said, right there on their half of the field at the 49, and they've got them spread out again. Barry will hand it off. There's running room. That's a first down and more inside the 40 and down to the Liberty 39-yard line. And that is Gabe Workman, the 5'10", 155-pound sophomore on the carry.
Yeah, a lot of young players in this game, Maris, doing work on for both teams.
So it'll be down to the 39-yard line. That's a 12-yard carry, 39 of Liberty, as that should be the final play of the first quarter. So we've come to the end of 1, and your score is a Logan 8 and Liberty nothing. We'll be right back on the other side of the break. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
I hear things that go bump in the night, but it shouldn't be our car engine making those scary noises. There are definitely things out there to be scared of.
But making your new car purchase at Hometown Kia isn't one of those.
Stop digging a grave for that old ride and test drive a new Kia today.
Hometown Kia of Beckley wants to make your new car buying experience thrilling.
But not so shocking it leaves cobwebs and dark corners in your wallet.
So quit walking around like a zombie and start riding around in style in a new Kia from Hometown Kia of Beckley.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
And we welcome you back to Glen Daniel, West Virginia, here at Liberty High School. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Heskins, producing and directing, being assisted by Dee Pennington, and also our main man, the stat guy, Mr. Chris Farish. So we're ready to start the second quarter, Eric, and it will be a first down for Logan at the Liberty 39-yard line, and Logan leading in the game by the score of 8-0.
And look for them to continue to mix. They have a real balanced offense with the mixing them up with the run and the pass.
So they're going to run trips here to the near side as we're ready to start the second quarter. Not sure what we're waiting on. We're out of the commercial break. They can start any time. And I'm not sure. And out of the quarter, we're going to have a timeout. That's kind of strange to come out of the quarter and have that. So we'll go ahead and take the break with them. And it's 8-0 lead for Logan. You're watching high school football streaming live on Video Productions.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
So out of the timeout, we're ready to go with the first play of the second quarter. So we had the end of the quarter, then Logan burned a timeout. Here's the shotgun snap. There's running room, and what a good tackle that was, because had the young man, that time Gabe Workman, Eric, had he broken that, he had a lot of room ahead of him as we have an injured Logan player down on the field.
Yeah, and you're right. That was a shoestring tackle, and that was going to be a big gainer, if not a touchdown, because it was just going to be a lot of green grass in front of the Logan running back.
They'll get the ball to the 37, a gain of 2, and make it 2nd and 8. But, yeah, when that hole first opened for Workman, I thought he was going to bust it, if not for a score, for at least a really big 50, 20-yard gainer.
Yeah, it was a lot of
turf ahead of him,
turf,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said a lot of green grass, but a lot of green turf ahead of him. And we're ready to roll. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. Working right to left, leading in the game 8-0. Logan entered the game 5-2, ranked number 9 in Class AA. Liberty 1-5. Second year in a row that they've played here in Glen Daniel. And Logan only had 9 games, and they needed a 10th game, and Liberty sure accommodated them. Of course, Logan didn't mind to make the trip 2 years in a row here to Liberty. So trips here to the near side on 2nd down. There's the shotgun snap. Barry in the pocket, throws deep, got a man out there, and he overthrew him.
A little too much mustard on that one.
Yep, got to have a little much more air under it, because his receiver had the defender beat, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And as we see here on the instant replay, yeah, the receiver was definitely open and just a little too much on it.
Yeah, that's one where you got to lead the receiver. We can run up under it.
Little touch,
yep,
little more touch.
A little more air up under it. But I think you'd agree with me on this. I think if you're Logan, as long as you don't take a big sack, if you don't get any, I think you'd come back and go for it on 4th down. I think you got 2 downs to get this. Here's the shotgun snap to Barry. He throws across the middle. It's caught. It's inside the 30. And that's a moot point, because that'll be enough for a 1st down, as we'll get the ball to the 27-yard line of Liberty with a 1st down.
And they're right back up on the, running some tempo here. Signaling the plays from the sideline. They all check their little, wristbands there with the plays on it. And
boy, that's a new way of signaling plays from back when I played 100 years ago, and maybe 50 years ago back when you played.
You had a bunch of guys sprinting on and off the field.
There's a big run down inside the 20, down near the 15, and that is Clancy on the carry. Julius, 6'2", 170-pound junior, Julius Clancy, and that'll move the sticks, and Logan want to go tempo, go real fast, as they have a 1st down at the Liberty, looks to be the 16-yard line. That got 11 there on 1st down from the 16. They'll run the ball up inside again, and back inside there's a flag, and that's probably coming back. Probably going to be a holding penalty that's going to negate that gain.
And once again, both teams, as they do get into the red zone, they seem to have these self-inflicted wounds on penalties, trying to give that extra block, that extra. Once you get the crease and the man gets, create the crease and the man gets by you, should pretty much just let it go.
And, Eric, you had made a good point in our broadcast last week that anymore, rather than maybe just blocking or instead of just trying to drive somebody like a basketball pick, just pick them or just get in the way, and you don't have to really like forceful, like drive them to the ground, as that run by Workman is nullified with a penalty and brings the ball back to the 25-yard line of Liberty. Here's the shotgun snap, Barry to throw, and we got
false start.
Yep, false start, and back them up back to the 30. So after Logan had something going on this drive, now they're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's turned into a flag fest here a little bit in the first half.
So the ball goes back to the 30-yard line. They've got to get all the way down to the 7 for a 1st down. So it's 1st and 23, or should I say 1st and an Uber ride.
Yeah. If you can get one to come through and pick you up.
Yeah, they would charge you to drive from the 30 to the 7, wouldn't they? And here's Barry to throw. He's trying to get it all on one throw. Got a man out there. It's caught for the touchdown. And there's your Uber ride right there. The Uber guy waiting for you on the corner as Barry throws a strike on the far side, and Logan has scored again.
And Barry listened to us that time. That was the same exact play where the defender was beat 4 plays ago, and Barry puts a lot of air under this and just drops it in the bucket right there for a touchdown.
Making that catch is Clancy, so that's the second time they've hooked up. That's a 30-yard touchdown pass. So they scored earlier on a 32-yard touchdown connection, and now this is a 30-yard touchdown connection. And what a well-thrown ball once again by Barry. And now they'll line up and they'll go for 2. So going for 2. Barry Ghost got a man open, and it's caught, and I'm told Slack was the one that caught that last pass. I beg your pardon. These receivers are kind of built a lot alike, and, Slack is 6'3", 180, and Clancy is 6'2", 170, but nevertheless, they're in the end zone, and they strike again for the 2-point conversion.
Well, I tell you, this Drew Barry, he's a backup, but he looks like he's got it all together, got an arm. He's just a junior, so QB spot will be in good hands next year.
So we'll take a look at the scoring recap. Scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia and Logan. They are able to go 60 yards in 7 plays. They get a 30-yard touchdown pass from Barry, his second touchdown of the night, and he hits Aiden Slack for the touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion, and it is now a 16-0 lead in favor of Logan. While we got a minute, I want to thank our live streaming partner, which is Dr. John Tabbitt at West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma. Whether it's a sports injury or a car accident, Dr. Tabbitt will get you back on your feet and are ready to go. So right now, after fumbling on the first possession, Logan has scored each of the last 2 times. They've overcome penalties, and they've hit the big play through the air.
And they're doing a good job of getting Liberty in man coverage and just perfectly thrown ball on that touchdown play by Barry.
So here comes the ensuing kickoff, and it's going to be short, take a bounce inside the 25. Liberty will field it there. That's Burdett, and he takes a big shot as he gets over the 25, and a big hit by the Logan special teams, and Burdett may be shaken up a bit.
No, I don't think that's him. I think that's just another Liberty player.
I beg your pardon.
Another casualty.
But the young man for Liberty, he took a big hit, and he is down right there about the 27-yard line. And that is not Burdett. Let's see.
Yeah, that's one of the linemen.
That was the lineman that is Travis Williams. I beg your pardon. White Burdett's mommy will be after me if I said it was her baby got hit like that.
That's right.
Liberty will have a first down, though, as they trail in the ball game, 16-0. They'll have the ball on their own 28-yard line. So it'll be first down for Liberty. And now we got another penalty flag. And Logan, I think,
in the neutral zone. Yep. Well, it's been a trend in this game to, first play from scrimmage, someone penalty.
Yeah. On that first drive, Liberty had 2 penalties, and Logan fumbled. We've had multiple holding penalties on each team, and now Logan jumps in the neutral zone to make it 1st and 5, and Liberty will have it on their own 33. And now Liberty doesn't have enough men on the field, and that hustle, I think it's key that you need a tackle out there.
Well, the thing is, I think 75 that went out was the center. Here's
a bad snap. And Bradford goes back, and he gets creamed back inside the 30.
And I think the center for Liberty got shaken up, is going to come back out, and they'll have to reshuffle the line again. As that snap was, a little too hot to handle.
Yeah.
And really puts Liberty back against the chains again.
The loss takes them back to the original line of scrimmage at the 28, so they give up the penalty yardage and make it 2nd and 10. 15 on the play clock. Liberty in no hurry. So on 2nd down, here's a running play. And that's a nice running play that time. Bradford gets the ball out to the 35 as he gets 7 on 2nd down.
Yeah, and they were able to open up some running lanes for Bradford there as he chugs ahead, makes this a more manageable 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd down. They have the ball at the 35. They need to get out to the 38, so 3rd and 3. We'll see what Liberty will cook up on the third down play. It'll be a straight run for the quarterback. He picks up the first down up over the 40. Dalton Williams, the 6'3", 160-pound junior, and that's a much-needed first down over the 40 to the 41.
Yeah, good-looking play, good-looking run, and Liberty was fortunate to pick up a first down there after that errant snap.
So a 6-yard run, and that'll move the chains. A new package down for the Raiders. On their own 41-yard line, they signal in the play. Plenty of time on the play clock with 17. We'll have at halftime, the Massey Power Sports halftime show. We'll recap the first half. We'll have Inside the Numbers brought to you by Cracker Barrel. We'll get you caught up on scores. Man comes in motion here for Liberty. They're going to roll it here to the near side with Bradford trying to get the edge. He's got it. He's across the 45, and it's a nice gain on first down as he gets to the edge. Picks about 4 or 5 yards on the play. They're going to give him 4 yards to the 45.
Yeah, Joshua Bradford's a good-looking running back, out here playing injured, and just really, really runs hard every play.
So from the 45 is where Liberty will have it with the second down play. The last score update we had, Princeton was in front of Beckley 14-0 down at Honeycutt Field in Princeton. We'll get you up to date on some other games around the state of West Virginia. I know Independence County School playing at Mann. Shady is playing at Mingo Central. On second down, here's Liberty from their own 45. It's Williams, just a straight quarterback run, and that's only going to get about a yard. Crosses the 45 out to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and this is going to be, a third and a long 6.
Well, they got the ball at the 46. They need 5. They got to go just across midfield to the Logan 49. So they'll need 5 yards on third down here.
And depending on how many they get on here, we'll see what the decision is, whether to punt it away or try to pick it up.
Yeah, I think if they get at least 2 yards, I think they would go for it. As long as they don't have a negative play. There's 12 on the play clock. It's the play being signaled in. Now down to 7 on the play clock. They're going to have to hustle. 4 on the play clock. 3, 2. They do just get it off. It's a running play to Bradford, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Yeah, good run.
Yes.
I think they're going to mark him. Just depends on.
He had to get to the 49 of Logan, and he's right there.
And as we see here on the instant replay, it looks like he pushed it over the line.
He's a little short, maybe.
No,
or maybe they're going to have a measurement.
First down.
Well, I think it's a first down. They're going to measure it. But I'm with you, Eric. I think it's a first down as well, and I think they will measure.
It looks like we have the perfect angle. We could be wrong, but it looks like he has about at least the nose of the football.
Well, as we said, he had to get to the 49-yard line, and I think he's got it.
And it looks like on that instant replay that he was past it.
Eric, as we know, me and you don't count,
We
right?
don't count.
But I'm saying I think he has a first down. And he does.
Right on it again, partner.
Yeah. Yeah, you and I both were on that. And that was a nice run. Once again, I thought what made that Bradford he hesitated to allow the blocks to get there.
And then his burst. And then, he runs tough between the tackles. Good-looking running back.
So he had to get to the 49, and as we mentioned, the nose of the ball is just over the Logan 49, and that will be enough for a new set of downs.
And a new scoring update at Honeycutt Stadium in Princeton. Princeton extends the lead to 21-0.
And here's Bradford off the right side, and he's going to gain a couple. And, Eric, we saw Beckley last week, and as long as Beckley's even or ahead, it works out for them. But the kind of offense they have, when they get that far behind, it makes it really tough for them because they're not really built to throw the ball all over the place and try to catch up.
Yeah, their throws usually come when they're, in the red zone a little bit where they can get you to maybe suck a little bit and complete a little out or against you. But
2nd and 7 coming up for Liberty at the Logan 46. And they're going to be a run. That's Burdett. He's got a hold. He's got a first down. It's inside the 40, and they put him down at the Logan, about the Logan 37-yard line. Maybe the 36. They'll put him down at the 37-yard line. That's a first down for Burdett. Nice run there.
Yeah, and that's another tough, good-looking running back for Liberty.
So from the 37 of Logan, and, boy, this would be big if Liberty could get a touchdown before halftime. We've just gone under the 5-minute mark of the first half.
And the way Liberty's playing, if you look, they've been able, if they can play mistake-free, to move the ball on this Logan defense.
And they'll go to Burnett, and that time nothing there as Logan stacks it up, and it's going to go for a loss. So the loss goes back to the 39-yard line. He'll lose 2 on the play.
Maris, that play actually looked like a true single wing play. They even had the spinner action by the, the deep back as they snapped it to the up back.
Yeah, they're going to say he had the progress of, and so really no gain. That could have been a loss. So they're going to say no gain, and the ball is at the 37-yard line. So 2nd and 10 for Logan. Here comes Bradford. He's got a seam, crosses the 35, down to the 30, and maybe the 29. And as you mentioned, Eric, and I agree, a hard, tough runner, and he'll get the ball down inside the 30 to the Logan 29.
Yeah, once he gets, Joshua Bradford gets ahead of steam, he really gets to running downhill, and he's a tough load to bring down.
So it'll be 3rd and 2. This is the 11th play of the drive. We're under the 4-minute mark of the half, and Liberty trying to dent the scoreboard. And Liberty's done a good job. So on 3rd and 2, there's 8 on the play clock. They're going to have to hustle. We're under 5 on the play clock. And they just get it off. Bradford comes to the near side, and he's going to be very close. I don't think he'll get the first down, but no question he'll come back and go for it here on 4th down.
And that time I think Bradford strung that out just a little too much. I think if he'd have put his foot in the ground, Maris, and cut it up in there a little quicker, he had a running lane, a little crease to maybe pick that first down up.
And I agree with that. Also, I think that they got right up to the play clock, and I think they rushed that play a little bit. They should be able to snap a little bit more time on the play clock.
Yeah, it sped him up a little bit.
So on 4th down, here's a straight snap. Bradford, he fumbled the ball, and Logan's got it. He looked like he was going to have the first down, and he coughed it up, and Logan will get it on the turnover and take over on their own 30-yard line.
Once again, Logan being fortunate as we watch this instant replay of a good hard run, but they were able to get a hand on the ball and pull it out and create another turnover.
So you look at Liberty. Earlier in the game, they had a 10-play drive where they gave it up on downs. That was a 12-play drive where they fumbled the ball, and now Logan takes over on their own 30-yard line. It'll be 1st down for the Wildcats. And they still got plenty of time left in the first half and 2 timeouts with 2:48 left in the half. They'll work out of the gun. It'll be a running play. There's a gap, and that's a nice run up over the 40 and out to about the 43, maybe the 44-yard line. And the carry on that time was Gabe Workman, the 5'10", 155-pound sophomore.
And it looks like Logan's, they're running a lot of young guys in and out too. So
that's a 14-yard pickup to the 44. Here they come back again with another strong run. Crosses midfield, and he'll be to the right at midfield, maybe the 49 of Liberty, as Workman again carries the ball. He'll put him down right at midfield.
And Logan's right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to get it going again.
So it'll be 2nd down from the 50-yard line. Here's the shotgun snap. Barry's got all day. Winds it up, going deep, got a man out there, and it's caught inside the 20, down inside the 15. That was a beautiful throw, and that's Garrett Workman, the 6'3", 190-pound senior, hauling it in on the far side.
And other than, as we look at the replay, Maris, other than that first overthrow miscue, he's been right on target, that being Logan's quarterback, Barry, is really putting on an aerial attack against this Liberty defense.
The ball will go down to the Liberty 13-yard line. Here's a running play. Off to the right side, down inside the 5, and they stack him up there. And a nice gain inside the 5 all the way to the 4 to pick up 9 on the play.
And Logan's knocking on the door of scoring again here with a minute 30 to go. Looks like they're going to take a timeout, or we have an injury timeout.
Yeah, injury timeout, because if you're Logan right here, and I think you would agree, they have to be in no hurry. A minute and a half remaining here in the first quarter, but in the first half, rather. But we'll go ahead and take a break with them. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
As a former college football player, I realize that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has been serving for almost 5 decades, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. Thank you.
As we come back to play here at Liberty High School, a minute and a half remaining here in the opening half, and Logan trying to tack on some more points as they lead in the game 16-0. They've scored on each of their last 2 possessions and trying to score for the 3rd consecutive drive as they have the ball at the 4-yard line. Now they can get a first down without a touchdown. They have 4 yards to get for the touchdown and a yard for the first down. They run out of the pistol set. Barry takes the snap with time, throws the ball in the corner of the end zone, and it's broken up. Nice defensive play by Liberty. That was a great job by the defender for Liberty, and on the play, that was Bowman that broke that up, and it'll bring up a 3rd down play.
Yeah, defensive back was able to just get a hand in there and free the ball up, and Liberty dodged a bullet for the moment.
Well, you know, you can get they only need a yard to pick up the first down, so I understand why they went for the home run ball. As Perry takes the snap, he'll throw, he's got a man in the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. That's the 3rd touchdown pass of the night by Barry, and that will extend the lead as that is Aiden Slack, his 2nd touchdown reception, and with a minute 8 remaining in the half, Logan extends the lead to 22-0.
Yeah, just a simple little down and out route right there, and Logan's able to really put the pressure on Liberty now, going up at the moment 22-0.
So Barry's got a 32-yard touchdown pass, a 37-yard touchdown pass, and now a 4-yard touchdown pass, and they have connected on the 2-point conversion the 2 previous times, and they did that through the air. Let's see what they do here as they go for 2 as well. They've got them spread out. Barry waiting on the snap, pistol formation. He takes the snap, he looks, he throws corner of the end zone, and there's a penalty flag, and that's a good call. It's pass interference on Liberty, and they'll move the ball half the distance, and Logan will be able to retry here.
And then right now, you know, you may be able to, as we look, impeded his progress a little bit.
Yeah, I was reaching for my flag.
Yeah. And see right now, looks like, you know, may be able to run it as they move it half the distance.
Yeah, getting the ball half the distance now to the 1.5-yard line, right, it opens up the playbook to either run the ball or, like I said, they've had great success in throwing it. 3 touchdown passes for Barry, and he's also got, as they do run the ball, and they will not get there. Liberty will slam the door on the 2-point conversion, but Logan adds to their lead with 1:08 left in the half. Your new score, 22-0 in favor of Logan. That was a 6-play, 70-yard drive. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Delicious Pepsi. As a matter of fact, I think here at halftime I will get a Pepsi out of my bag that I had from dinner, and I'll be able to quench my thirst. But Eric, 3 straight possessions and 3 straight touchdowns for Logan.
And they've been able to do it a little bit on the ground, but it's mostly been like an aerial attack. They good-looking wide receivers and good-looking quarterback.
And that's the one thing, you know, Jackson Koger, the starting quarterback, was injured, and their coach had told me when I was getting their lineup, and he's like, you know, we're a little banged up, but I'll tell you, there's a lot of teams that if it's a guy as good as Barry's been tonight, if that's your backup, a lot of teams would love to have a guy like that young man, Drew Barry, the 6'2", 200-pound junior, as he's thrown 3 touchdown passes tonight and 2 2-point conversions. So 22-0, the new score in favor of Logan, 1:08 for the half. And here comes the ensuing kickoff. But Liberty's had 2 long drives and come up empty on both. Downs on one of them, and they fumbled the last time. One was a 10-play drive, the other a 12-play drive. So Liberty has moved the ball. They just have not been able to score.
Yeah, you know, like I said, it seems like once they get into the red zone, it's either a turnover or, you know, a penalty that really, really sets them back.
So on the kickoff, they'll fair catch it with Liberty, and they'll have good field position as they pretty much really, they started on midfield, their own 28 the last 2 times, and now they'll start from the 33-yard line is where Liberty will have it. with 1:06 left in the half, and we'll see what Liberty elects to do here. I wouldn't imagine since, you don't throw the ball, I can't see them doing that. They'll probably just stick to running the ball again.
Yeah, and I think maybe get a good drive going here, if not score, play a little keep away and get into the halftime and make some adjustments.
Here's Bradford on the sweep coming to the near side. There's a flag, and hold the phone, and let's see what the penalty is going to be. I think it's going to be a hold on Liberty, and there's the call, and it is a hold on Liberty. And, yeah, Liberty's just made a lot of mistakes. Like I said, at times they've moved the ball, but when they really need it, they haven't been able to come up with it.
And a lot of them are effort mistakes, but you just got to clean that up because, with their type of offense, I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but once you get behind the chains here, you become you're already predictable, because you're running a lot, but Logan would really be able to load the box up and come after and run blitz a little bit.
Yeah, the penalty will take the ball back to the 20, so they'll need 23 yards on first down. We're under a minute the clock running. So I think they'd probably play it safe and probably just maybe run straight ahead, and that's what they're going to do with Bradford, and that's not going to get much, maybe a yard to the 21. That's it. And if you're Logan, I think you'd be content to go into the locker room with a 3-touchdown lead. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our Cracker Barrel Inside the Numbers. We'll have scores of other games. And, Eric, here we are not even 8 o'clock locally, and a lot of games just got started around 7:30. And, I really like these 7 o'clock starts. So, and doesn't look like we're going to run another play. They're going to run out the half, and they don't need to run another play, and we'll come to the break. So time for our second quarter break. On the other end of the break will be the Massey Power Sports halftime show. And at the break, it's a 22-0 lead for Logan over Liberty. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
What's important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
And we welcome you back to Glen Daniel, West Virginia, here at Liberty High School. And at the break, Logan is in front of Liberty, 22-0 with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing tonight. Dee Pennington on hand. And also our stat man, Mr. Chris Ferris. 22-0 is the lead. 3 touchdown passes by the Logan quarterback, Drew Berry. And that has given this Wildcat team the 22-0 lead. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, Eric will have Inside the Numbers brought to you by Cracker Barrel as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankancity.com.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you to the Massey Power Sports halftime show here in Glen Daniel, West Virginia at Liberty High School. Logan in front by the score of 22-0, and we'll have Inside the Numbers. And Inside the Numbers brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, always a great place to go have those delicious eggs. You know, that nice crisp bacon, that pig I like, and the sausage links, great hash browns, delicious food. Cracker Barrel, located in Beckley and Princeton. And Eric, if the Cracker Barrel Inside the Numbers going to say what I think they're going to say, because I know Mr. Drew Berry had quite a first half with 3 touchdown passes, and that's helped obviously get Logan this 22-0 halftime lead.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. They were able to do it, Logan, that being Logan, with balance, Maris. They have a 242 total yards, 122 through the air, and 120 on the ground. And, of course, Joshua Berry is 6 of 11 for 122 and 3 touchdown tosses, 2 of those going to Slack and the other one to Clancy. They lead the way with 34 and 32 yards receiving respectively. And on the ground, Gabe Workman is leading Logan with 8 totes for 67 yards. Liberty's been able to move the ball. They have 100 total yards, and it's all via the ground. And they're led by Joshua Bradford. He has 15 carries and 51 yards, but laid the ball on the turf on a tough run, fourth down run, which looked like they were going to pick the first down up. And Wyatt Burnett has 8 carries and 35 yards.
Yeah, Liberty had 2 good drives. Their first drive was a 10-play drive, and they really got hurt by a penalty that instead of a 4th and 5 made it 4th and 10. They turned it over on downs, and then they had a 12-play drive, and they chewed up a lot of clock, and then they went for it on 4th down and looked like they had the first down and actually would have had the first down, but they fumbled the ball. So their problem isn't moving the ball. They just have not been able to punch it in the end zone. And for Logan, after they turned it over on their first drive, their last 3 possessions, Eric, they've been outstanding, and because of those Inside the Numbers by Cracker Barrel that you just read, the throwing the ball by Drew Berry, they had, Logan did, a 7-play, 86-yard touchdown drive, a 7-play, 60-yard touchdown drive, and a 6-play, 70-yard touchdown drive.
And they both were, very efficient, and they would big play capability, but they're also able to run it on Liberty between the tackles after they spread them out a little bit. And well-balanced effort from the Logan Wildcats tonight.
Yeah, and based on the numbers that you had given, absolutely well-balanced, and that's what's got Logan this 22-0 lead at the break. We'll go ahead and take a halftime break. We'll come back. We'll try to get you caught up on some scores that you're interested in, not just some of the local teams, but perhaps around the whole state of West Virginia. We'll do that after the break as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing, installation, and service of backflow prevention devices. I just call 304-253-HELP, and they'll take care of it the right way.
I thought it was something for the car, so Mom wouldn't hit the house again when she was backing up.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
And welcome back to the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. It is Logan in front of Liberty, 22-0 here at the break. And before we dive into scores, we want to thank the fine folks from Giovanni's Pizza, where we had our pregame meal. Giovanni's, with 2 locations to serve you great, as they always do, Leicester Square in Sophia, and then, of course, here in Liberty Football Land in Glendaniel. Mamma mia, if you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. The great taste of Giovanni's Pizza. And, boy, did we have an ice-cold Pepsi and Giovanni's for our pregame meal. We thank those fine folks. Well, Eric, we've got some other scores around the state of West Virginia, and you've got those right now.
And the ones of local interest right now, Greenbrier East as home hosting Ripley. They're up 7-0 at the end of the one. Oak Hill went on the road to Buchanan Upshur, and Oak Hill's losing 7-0. And the one that, you know, we were really talking about early on is Beckley went down the interstate to play Princeton, and Beckley is ranked 14 in the latest poll, and Princeton's really fighting for playoff position. And Princeton right now, in the second quarter, has a 35-7 lead.
And also Independence on the road at Man tonight.
Yeah, and Independence is up 16-0 on the road.
And also Shady on the road tonight against Mingo Central.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have a score on
that.
Yeah,
that's one. It's hard to really get an update from Mingo Central. So right now it's still showing 0-0, and I'm probably sure that's not the fact. In single A, some games of local interest. James Monroe coming off a big win against Greenbrier West last week in Marist. They're on the road at Midland Trail, and James Monroe's up 14-0 in the second quarter.
So those are some of the scores that we have at this time. I'd like to thank our live streaming sponsor, Dr. John Talbot at West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma. Whether it's a sports injury or a car accident, Dr. Talbot will get you back on your feet at West Virginia Orthopedic Trauma, a proud sponsor of high school sports in Southern West Virginia. Our halftime rolls on here at the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show here in Glendaniel, West Virginia, here at Liberty High School. Logan in front, 22-0. And Eric, after tonight, we've got 3 weeks left in the regular season, and we will be in Coal City next week, which will be Nicholas County and Independence, which will be a very big game in Class AA. Then in 2 weeks, we'll see the same Liberty Raiders. We'll see them against their cross-county rival Shady. And then to close out the regular season on November 4th, we'll be back in Beckley at Van Meter Stadium for George Washington and Beckley. So tonight at Liberty, next week at Independence, 2 weeks in Shady, the last week at Beckley. So we'll make our rounds at all 4 of the high schools here in Raleigh County.
And you know what? It seems like we're doing it exactly how we did the the pregame shows, coaches shows.
Right.
It's setting up to, and down the stretch, all these games, a lot of playoff positioning, especially for Independence. And it looks like Beckley's getting taken to the woodshed right now. So that game that at the end of the season may be even for a playoff spot.
Well, you're right, because, last
GW.
year all 4 Raleigh County high schools made the playoffs, and obviously here at Liberty, no matter what happens tonight, Liberty's not going to make it. They're 1-5, and you figure, could they come back? Yes, but it might be tough. So if you don't figure Liberty's going to make it. Shady's 2-5 on the road. They're probably not going to make it. Beckley still can make it, and we know Independence is going to make it.
But the thing I like about that Shady Liberty game, both of these teams, Liberty might be licking their chops, and they're playing this team. This is a good Logan team they're playing right now, and they've been in it, able to move the ball. So I look forward to see how this young team grows as it goes to a county rival.
And as you were speaking of Beckley losing badly tonight at Princeton, 35-7, they have an off week next week. They have to go to Oak Hill in 2 weeks, and then as we mentioned, the game we'll have on November the 4th when they close out the regular season at home with George Washington. That may come down to A, they have to win that game to get in the playoffs, or B, might have to maybe win that game to get a home game. Maybe closer to A than B on that scenario.
Yeah, looks like closer to A right now. But the thing with this point system, I'm having a chance. I'm going through scores. Even in losing tonight, Princeton will, of course, get a lot of points and some bonus points. But some teams that you wouldn't think that's on Beckley's schedule would win are winning tonight.
And that's what Beckley needs to happen. They need Lincoln, Preston to win.
Preston's winning.
And I think Bluefield's going to get it turned around.
Riverside's winning.
Right, Bluefield.
So that way, that could keep them in that range.
And even though you had mentioned to me, I don't know if you gave this on the air, you mentioned to me in the break, Huntington was down to Parkersburg 7-6. But that's a game, obviously, it's early in the game. Huntington can definitely come back and win.
And don't be surprised the next time we check that game that it's 35-40-7.
Yeah, and even though Beckley didn't beat Huntington, I don't know if that would really help them, I guess, one way or the other.
It doesn't. But the thing that I was looking at in the scores, this AAA, it's going to be really, really fantastic because there's a key game going on right now. Hurricanes at Cabell Midland, and right now Hurricanes laying the wood to them.
And I think you would agree, as good as Martinsburg has been and is, and they've got 2 losses, and by no means am I saying that Martinsburg can't win it, but I'm not so sure Martinsburg is as dominant this year as they have been in the past.
And right on cue, Huntington just scored to go up 13-7. And let me give you a couple games that of heavyweights. A lot of ranked teams playing in the AAA ranks. Morgantown drove across to Parkersburg South, and they are losing to South 27-20. And I saw a stat where I went to the WVU game last night, and I was able to pick up a print newspaper, Maris, and read it. The last 10 games that Morgantown and Parkersburg South have played, Morgantown's won 7 of them.
Wow.
And that's that. So that's been a pretty dominant, in that series.
Right.
But I had a chance to watch Parkersburg South. That's a sneaky, scary team that with athletic wide receivers, good quarterback, and a strong running back.
Well, our Massey Power Sports halftime show rolls on. 22-0 at the break is the score for Logan. We'll take our final halftime break, come back and get you ready for the second half. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
We all hear things that go bump in the night, but it shouldn't be our car engine making those scary noises. There are definitely things out there to be scared of.
But making your new car purchase at Hometown Kia isn't one of those.
Stop digging a grave for that old ride and test drive a new Kia today.
Hometown Kia of Beckley wants to make your new car buying experience thrilling.
But not so shocking it leaves cobwebs and dark corners in your wallet.
So quit walking around like a zombie and start riding around in style in a new Kia from Hometown Kia of Beckley.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
Welcome back to Glen Daniel, West Virginia. We're moments away of starting the second half with Logan leading Liberty 22-0. We want to thank Peyton Thomas, our correspondent down in Princeton tonight, for keeping us updated on the Beckley-Princeton game. Well, Eric, as we turn to the second half, keys to the second half are brought to you by Indoor Air. Indoor Air, a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, dial up Indoor Air, 304-890-2212. And first of all, Eric, if you are in the visiting locker room, Logan, you're up 22-0. And what are you telling your players?
Hey, just keep the pedal to the metal. You know, keep playing with this great balance, and you will come out here with a victory tonight.
On the flip side, Coach Montgomery, you've got to be pleased of some things. You've been able to move the ball, but penalties also have really hurt Liberty in this first half.
And that's my keys to the second half. I think Coach Montgomery can go in and have two drives to really lay it out there for him. Said, look, we could have scored early in the first quarter. We were inside the 12-yard line, get a penalty, and then we get behind the chains and then end up turning over on downs. And then in the second quarter, they were able to move the ball and they fumbled. Clean up the penalties and the mistakes, and they'll have a chance to get back in this game.
Liberty will get the ball to start the second half, and I think, as you would agree, very, very important that they put something together, and perhaps even if it would take half of the quarter, it's more important, I think, to get points at this juncture no matter how long it takes.
Yeah, and I think, and that's the key to really get back into this game is to really do what they did. What they have, a 7-minute drive or 6 to 7 minute drive?
Well, they've had 2 drives, 22 plays total, 12 on one and 10 on another.
So they've eaten up time of possession. I bet it wouldn't be a big discrepancy if we were able to keep that. And I'm not that good yet at keeping that stat, but I think if they're able to really matriculate it downfield, get a score, and get back in it, then anything can happen.
You mean Chris doesn't have that stat?
Hey, we might have to get him on that time of
Chris
possession.
Parrish does not have that stat of time of possession? And look at that big word Eric just used, Chris, matriculate. I wish I knew what that meant. It sounds really important and big, but, I'm a real simple guy, so you have to use simple words around me.
Hey, well, I had a chance to hang around my son for the last 2 days.
And I know how smart he is.
Yeah, he's rubbing off on me.
Well, he you know what, Peyton? He says he's my main partner. He told me he got smart by hanging out with me. And his aunt, Dee Pennington, she's laughing at all of that because she knows better.
Yeah, but he's wrote a book about her.
Yeah. Yes, he has.
You know what it is.
And I've read some of the chapters. All right, we're moments away of starting the second half. And Eric, while we do have a minute, I want to get your thoughts on a couple things. As you had mentioned, you went to the West Virginia Baylor game last night, and wow, what an exciting game. I know as a West Virginia fan, you would hope that they wouldn't give up the kind of points they did and the teams go up and down the field as easy as both teams did. But at the end of the night, if you win a game like that, that was very, very exciting. And what you had 2 big plays with a big fumble return and then a block extra point that I thought really turned the game.
Hey, in the words of my man, Opie Taylor.
Sure is exciting.
Sure was exciting. It sure was exciting. And thanks to you, I'll give you a shout out. You helped us out with some tickets, and we were right behind the Baylor.
Right behind the Baylor bench.
And
so you could see what they were calling, and then you could turn and get
I was signaling over to Brown, and I was doing offensive signal, not that defensive signal.
Well, now I got to ask you this, and Marshall, and I was at that Marshall Notre Dame game, and Marshall looked so good that day, and they really punched Notre Dame in the mouth, and they were the better team that day. But since then, they don't even resemble half of the team they looked that day.
It seems like they got off to. I knew that could happen though. And I'm a Marshall fan, of course, where I played football there. They don't look the same offensively.
They don't.
They still can run the ball, but their passing game is obsolete, and it seems like they're running the same sets, and they don't even look like the same team.
And I don't know, they just seem like they don't have the energy and the oomph against these other games that I have watched than they did that day when they played Notre Dame.
And I'll tell you what was wild about it. We always pay attention to the lines, the Vegas line. How can you go in the game being a 10.5 favorite on Wednesday night and lose by 10?
Yeah.
So that they got to figure out some things. And I do like the coach. I'm not putting the coach is a young up and coming guy, but I think a lot of it has to do, as you said, they're not playing with the spirit. They don't look like they really, really are out there wanting it like they did in the Notre Dame game.
I had an opportunity to meet and interview Coach Huff this summer, and I really like him. I think he'll find the right formula for Marshall and get turned around. I'm with you. I think he's a really good coach, and right now Marshall's kind of been a little, a lull, or I don't even know what's the word you'd use, but I think he'll get him out of it.
There's still some big games on the horizon, too, though. They still have to go to James
Madison. That's their next
ranked.
game, who's undefeated right now.
And, that's just a drive right up 81, and that's the class of their conference, the Fun Belt.
Here's another thing, Eric, and I don't know what the status, but James Madison had been a 1AA or I guess FBS or whatever they call it now, and I don't know
FCS.
that in the first year, if there's ever been a 1AA team, the first year they become Division I that have been ranked the way James Madison is this year, ranked in their first year as a Division I school.
Yeah, and you know what? They've always been one of those teams you didn't want to play coming out of that FCS, and they built a culture and a nice stadium, up there, up in Harrisonburg. Yeah, and it's just, they came in ready to play, ready to win this conference.
Yeah, they're located in the hometown of Ralph Sampson. As speaking of ready to play, we are ready to play here. Logan's got it teed up right between the 40s. We're ready to start the second half. The Wildcats lead in the game 22-0. Logan entered the game ranked number 9 in Class AA. Logan 5-2, Liberty 1-5. And Logan, they lost last week to number 1 Scott, trying to get back in the win column here tonight, and they're halfway on their way to that. As we'll see what unfolds, Eric, as we get ready to start half number 2. So we're all ready to go. It's teed up. And right between the hashes, right between the 40s, and we are underway here for the second half. It's a line drive kick, takes a hop, goes right through the legs of the back, the player on the back end for Liberty, and he gets hit hard just across the 20 is where Liberty's going to start this drive. Looks maybe the 21, maybe the 22. Depends on where they put him down at. Side judge is standing on the 22, so that's where Liberty will start at 1st and 10.
And not to kind of start with that you wanted to probably, get a little return here for your Liberty, but let's see what they dial up here on offense and see if they can move the chains a couple of times.
Actually, they're going to put them back on the 20. So they'll start on their own 20, working right to left. So we're getting situated, and the Raiders, here's the first play of the second half. And they'll run it here to the near side. That's Williams, tries to cut it back up in. He crosses the 20, gets hit hard, and he's down just shy of the 25. He'll get 4 yards out to the 24-yard line.
Well, good positive action there on first down, Maris, for this Liberty Raider offense. And let's see if you alluded to something that I think you're right about. You do want to milk this clock a little bit as you're trying to get back in the game, but I think they let it get under 5 too many times in that first half.
And speaking of the play clock, when you mean under 5, and you're right, they're at 15 now, so no chance of that. Here's Bradford off the right side. He takes it to the outside, and he gets not quite the first down, but a very manageable third down coming up for the Liberty Raiders. They're going to put him down, looks to be maybe the 27-yard line, and only 3 yards on third down.
And once again, as they signal the plays in from the sideline, as Coach Montgomery gets his guys ready, and up to the line. You're right. The day and age of football, signaling in plays. Like I said, we used to have a guy running 55-yard sprints back and forth.
Here's a third down handoff, and they're not going to get there. So Liberty's going to go, I don't know if you're going to say 3 and out. I don't know if you can afford to go for it here. They got to get to the 30, and they got a yard. They're at the 28. It'll be 4th and 2 coming up.
Yeah, I think you're going to punt it here because this is one of those things where you want to at least try to flip the field and give your defense a fighting chance to maybe get a turnover, maybe, get a 3 and out.
Yeah, because you can't take a chance on going for it. If you don't make it, you give Logan a really short field. So it's going to be 3 and out, and Liberty will punt on their first possession as we're 2 minutes into the second half. And there's the snap, and there's a kick. I think that was partially blocked, and it's going to take a bounce and go out of bounds here on the near sideline. But Logan will have a short field as they'll start at the Liberty 46-yard line for their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, and once again, special teams looked like a jailbreak there, and Logan was able to get a hand on it and going to start in Liberty territory.
At the 46 is where they'll start. 1st and 10. Berry had quite the first half. Drew Berry, the Logan quarterback, 3 touchdown passes and 2 two-point conversion connections. And that's where we're at now, 22-0, and it's a first down. And the whistle stops play. And I'm looking for a penalty. Do I see? Yes, I do see one. It came from the back judge.
Each 3 quarters, Mayors, there's been a penalty on the first play from scrimmage in all 3 quarters.
And once again, for the second time tonight, Liberty had too many men on the field. They broke the huddle with 12, and that will move the ball down to the Liberty 41-yard line, make it 1st and 5.
Maybe that's Coach Mark Montgomery's halftime adjustments. Put that extra hat on the. Well, I can say that, folks. We're really good friends with.
If you get away with it, I guess you can do it, huh? Of course, Mark Montgomery said he named his dog after Eric. I'll tell you that story in a minute. And here's the shotgun snap, and it's going to be a running play, and Liberty strings it out, and it's going to be a nice defensive play by the Raiders as the loss will go back to the 44-yard line, a loss of 3 on the play as that was Gardner on the carry. But if you don't know, Eric was an outstanding football player at Independence, and we had done majority of Independence games last year. And when we did the preseason show this year, and I was setting it up, Coach Montgomery here at Liberty said that, he named his dog after Eric. And I said, you named your dog Eric? He said, no, I named him Homer because he thought Eric was an Independence Homer. We got a good laugh at that. Here's Berry to throw short into flat, and it's dropped. It'll be 3rd down.
And that was good defense that time by the Liberty Raiders as the cornerback was up to the task as he came up and made the receiver for Logan get a little what we call alligator arms.
Yeah,
on
Clancy.
That one.
Clancy, who did not haul it in 3rd down. But we've seen 3rd and long and Logan, aired out over top of the Liberty defense.
Yeah, look for him to go two by two here as they are. And either number 11, number 2, pick your poison here and look for them to go up top.
I always thought I would be honored if someone would name their pet after me, but I don't know that I want my pet to be named Homer if they were thinking I'm a Homer, as Coach Montgomery just, of course, kidding Eric, calling him an Independence Homer. Here's 3rd and long, and here's the shotgun snap. The connection is made, and it's a 1st down. And that's a nice route. Garrett Workman, the 6'3", 190-pound senior, found a seam, hauls it in, moves the chains.
Easy pitch and catch. And, one thing we're not talking about is this Logan line, offensive line. That unit is right up front right now. They're really holding Liberty at bay, no pressure at all on the quarterback. And when you're able to do that, you can pick a defense apart.
Yeah, that connection, Berry to Workman, goes for 12 yards. It'll move the chains. And it is a 1st down at the Liberty 32-yard line. They're going to go empty. They may try the home run ball here to the end zone. They've had success. Here's the shotgun snap. As you said, the protection. Here's the home run ball going down the sideline. It's caught at the 5, and he's into the end zone for a Logan touchdown. And once again, what a great job that was by Julius Clancy as he hauls it in, and he gets into the end zone. That's the 4th touchdown pass of the night by Drew Berry.
And look, as he high points it here, great pitch and catch, great throw in between 2 defenders, picks it out of the air and rumbles into the end zone.
So that takes the lead to 28-0. They'll go for two. But, Eric, as you had mentioned to the play before, the protection, as Barry had all day to throw. And what an arm he's got. And good job by Clancy, the 6'2", 170-pound junior, to climb the ladder. Here's the shotgun snap to Barry for the two-point conversion. Pass across the middle, and it's caught. So they add on with the two-point conversion. And with 8:27 left in the third quarter, your new score, Logan 30. And Liberty nothing. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Motley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Logan set to kick it off as they scored the last 3 times they had the ball in the first half, and now they score the first time they have the ball here in the second half. They've extended the lead to 30-0. Here's the ensuing kickoff. Here's Liberty with it, crosses the 15 to 20. Coming to the near side, good coverage by Logan, and it'll be on the 23-yard line where Liberty will have it. But as we go back and recap that last Logan scoring touchdown drive, it was a 4-play, 46-yard drive, and for the 4th time tonight, Barry, a touchdown pass, his 4th touchdown, as he throws a 32-yard strike for the score, and that was caught by Clancy, the 2-point conversion. Good, 30-0, and your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Have an ice cold Pepsi. So Liberty will take over. They'll have the ball now on their own 24-yard line as they start this drive. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. It'll be Bradford. Crosses the 25. Gets to the 26-yard line. A pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd down.
And Bradford's been really the workhorse for him. Usually when they give him some room to run, he's able to, as we have another injury on the play.
And, Eric, as you know, we said way back in our pregame show, we know that Liberty, if they've gotten behind, they're just not built to come back, and when they're down 30-0 like this, they just don't have the offense.
And then now their most productive offensive player is limping off as Joshua Bradford got a little dinged up on that one, and he's been their workhorse all day, all night long. Lionel Richie.
Yep, all night long. So with 8:02 left in the third quarter, and like I said, Logan scored each now of the last 4 times. The last 3 times they had the ball in the first half and their first possession of the second half. And they've made all but 1 2-point conversion. And, tonight, of all the quarterbacks we've seen, and we've seen a lot of good ones, including the one in Huntington last week, but the young man here in a backup role, Barry, has been outstanding tonight for Logan.
Slinging it all over the lot, and he has a great group of receivers, a bunch of weapons to choose from.
Yeah, Locko from Huntington we saw last week at Beckley, and he was outstanding, and very outstanding tonight. Here's a quarterback keeper with Williams, and now, Logan knows that really Liberty no threat to throw the ball, Eric, and they've really stacked in the line and just really no running lanes.
Yeah, and this is one thing, once you get behind by this many scores in a primary run offense, it's just really tough. You need some breaks. And, being able to break a big run to get back in the game, and Liberty hasn't had any of that.
Yeah, the ball just across the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. They got to get the ball out to the 34. They're going to need 8 yards on this 3rd down play as we're approaching the 7-minute mark of the third quarter. And here is Williams rolling to throw, and he's going to tuck it up and run, but he's going to come up short of the 1st down. They ran him out of bounds, and they ran him out shy of the 30, so it's going to bring up 4th down, and you would think Liberty's going to punt it away here.
Yeah, but this is going to be danger zone because 2 previous punts, Liberty had it partially blocked. You don't want to give up, a special teams touchdown here.
Well, the last 3 possessions, Liberty had it 2 plays and then the half. Then the last time they had the ball here in the third quarter was 3 and out, and now 3 and out again here. And they trail in the game 30-0 as they get ready to give the ball back to Logan. Here's the snap. Here's the kick, and it's blocked. And you had just called it, Eric. It is blocked. And Logan will take over at the 15-yard line like a jailbreak right up the middle. I mean, no sooner than you said that. Boy, they opened the floodgates, and here came Logan right up the gut as we watch the replay here.
Yeah, and it was pick your poison. I think, it was lucky that wasn't picked up and ran in for a quick 6 here.
But Logan will get the ball at the Liberty 16, so they'll have a short field.
Best field position of the night for Logan.
Yeah, and they've scored each of the last 4 drives, as Barry, their quarterback, has thrown 4 touchdown passes tonight, and he's thrown 3 two-point conversions. Drew Barry, the 6'2", 200-pound junior from the Liberty 16. That's a high snap. They're going to run the ball, and he breaks a tackle and a good hit. And that time carrying the ball was Gabe Workman, and he took a big shot. And Liberty did a good job. Actually, it was a different ball carrier. And let's see who that was. Ryan Roberts on the carry.
And that was a big hit coming up. Well, that was Wyatt Burnett coming up and really laying some punishment on the runner.
So it'll be no gain. 2nd and 10 at the Liberty 16. We're approaching the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Logan already up big at 30-0. Here's the shotgun snap. Barry throws, makes the nope. It was juggled and dropped. And it'll be, but if you look, 3rd and long has been a big down for Logan in this game tonight.
And this was a strike. This is going to go down as the incompletion, but the Liberty defensive back finally made a good break on the ball, and it was bang, bang, and dislodged it from the receiver.
Yeah, Liberty have scored a couple times tonight on 3rd and long, and they've got another 3rd and 10 here at the Raider 16-yard line. Barry takes the shotgun snap with time, throws, got a man across the middle, juggled and caught, and that should be enough for a first down to the 5-yard line. So that's a nice concentration. The young man from Logan that makes the catch is going to be Chambers.
And he's been able to make a living over the middle as personnel-wise. They're spreading them out and putting them in cover 0, well, man, straight across the board. And he's able to get inside the defensive back and good throw and easy catch.
Yeah, they needed 10. They got 11. 1st and goal at the 5. And once again, 3rd and long has been good to Logan tonight. And they're going to run a big lineman in the backfield, and he bumbles and stumbles and plows his way into the end zone for a Logan touchdown.
Hey, give the big guys up front.
Big fella.
Look how they're celebrating with that. You love to see that in the high school.
The big fella, he is 370 pounds. Cameron Alford, 6'2", senior, 370, and he just plows his way in on the right side. He's just running over everybody in his way into the end zone for a Logan touchdown.
Reminds me of the 1985 Chicago Bears.
That was like Refrigerator Perry, right?
Perry.
So on 5 straight possessions, Logan has scored a touchdown, and their fans really love that as they take a 36-0 lead with 5:21 left in the third quarter. And this all came off a block punt, and it had a short field. A 4-play, 16-yard drive. And how about that? The big fella, Cam Alford, 6'2", 370 and a senior, and as he plows his way into the end zone.
Great defense on the 2-point conversion as it was batted down by Liberty, and they hold them to 36.
We'll take a break. Your new score, Logan 36, Liberty nothing. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football and video productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades.
That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
And we welcome you back to Liberty High School in Logan with a 36-0 lead, and we'll get into the scoring recap after the kickoff. As Logan has scored twice in this third quarter. Liberty's had the ball twice, and they went 3 and out. Now the kickoff, and Liberty able to get it. They'll start over the 30-yard line. But after Logan had blocked the Liberty punt, they only needed 4 plays to go 16 yards. And the big fella, Cam Alford, a 6'2", 370-pound senior, runs it in from 5 yards out. They don't get the two-point conversion. 36-0. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. So Liberty will take over. They'll have the ball on their own, looks to be on 33-yard line where Liberty will start this drive. And, you know, Eric, now the game has really kind of gotten away from Liberty. I think you still want to stick to do what you do and running the ball, and that's what they will do is they'll run it off the right side over the 35-yard line and get it out to the 36, maybe the 37, depending on where they put him down at. Waiting for the referee to put the ball down, and he will put it down at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, if you're Liberty, you just want to string something together and try to get some points, something positive for this young team, you know, to keep comeback battle and grow as a team later on in the year.
With 4:45 and counting the third quarter, if Liberty doesn't cut into the lead, we'll have a running fourth quarter clock. The rule is once one team gets 35 or more ahead in the fourth quarter, they run the clock. Here's Bradford up over the 40. He's got a first down up over the 45 and out near midfield. They'll put him down at the 49. And a good hard run. And Bradford's had a really good night, and he's shown what a good player he is.
Yeah, and I think this is a class, you know, a little class act here by Logan. I think they're starting to filter in some of the younger players and giving them some action.
Well, with this lead, Logan's got to think, you know, long term, because they're trying to not just get into the playoffs, which they're ninth coming tonight, but trying to get a home game. And, you know, you want as many fresh bodies available. As here's a first down, and here's Williams. Crosses midfield, and they'll push the pile to the 47-yard line of Logan. Second down coming up.
Yeah, it looks like Liberty's getting a little momentum, trying to get up to the line. Couple good positive gains.
You know, Eric, this is the first Logan football game that I have covered since back in the day when they were AAA and played Beckley in the early 90s when I was doing radio for the Flying Eagles. So it's been, I've obviously seen Logan many times in basketball, but it has been a while since I've watched them on the gridiron, and boy, they have played really well here tonight.
Yeah, good-looking team, like some weapons. And like you said, not only they want to get into the playoffs, they want to probably make some noise. That they'll be a tough out.
Well,
with the skills position players they
and
have.
And at 9, if they win out, and they definitely could with I know they got Chapmanville coming up next. They've got, I'll tell you here in just a second. As soon as I find it, I got it here. Yeah, they've got Chapmanville, then an open week. So after tonight, 2 games, Chapmanville and Herbert Hoover. I don't know if that would be enough to get them in the top 4 to get 2 home games, but definitely if they win out, they will definitely get at least 1 home game. Here's Bradford on the run to the outside, crosses the 45, and he leaps and dives ahead for a first down at the Logan 40-yard line.
Yeah, big head of steam for Bradford as he turned the corner and got past the sticks.
But I don't know what do you think, Eric? I think if they win those 2 games, I think that would give them, like I said, at least 1 home game. I don't know about 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look. I looked at the rankings, but I didn't, see the points that they had coming into this game.
They're going to say that Bradford, it is enough for first down, but said he hit on the 41, so that's where Liberty will have it from the 41 rather than the 40, as I stated. So from the 41, and Bradford again, this time it gets inside the 40. They push the pile down to the 35 and maybe inside the 35 all the way down to the Logan 34-yard line.
That offensive line's getting a little push for Liberty. Let's see if they can. This is where they've gotten into this area and started shooting themselves in the foot. So let's see if they can overcome that.
And if Liberty can score here in the next 2.5 minutes, then we would not have a running fourth quarter clock. But if they don't get in, we will have a running fourth quarter clock as they run the ball right up the middle with power football. And there's Burdett. He's inside the 30, and that'll be another Liberty first down as they'll take the ball down to the Logan 27. So as you mentioned, Eric, and Liberty's had a couple other drives just like this that they were not able to cash in.
Yeah, able to get into the red zone. Well, scoring zone twice, red zone, once. So.
Yeah. So they have a first down at the 27-yard line of Logan. 2:20 and count. And, well, I don't know why the clock is stopped. Clock should be running, and it's not. And the clock, they held the clock on that. It should have ran. And there's a penalty flag. There's another flag. Well, we're going to have a holding.
One's a face mask.
One's a face mask on Logan. It's going to be a hold on Liberty in the face mask. But they held the clock right there. It should have ran before they snapped the ball. And like I said, if they get down to if they get a touchdown before the end of the quarter, we won't have a running clock. There's a hold, and then right there's a face mask. Big 75 who had the touchdown, Alfred, he's the one that yanked the face mask, so these will offset.
I'll give you a scoring update. Independence is up 30-0.
On man?
Yes, on man.
And Beckley and Princeton, 42-7?
42-7
Princeton?
in the third, yes. Princeton
so
rolling.
If we saw this as the ones that count saw it, this should offset. Should be a holding penalty on Liberty and a face mask on Logan with 2:11 left in the third quarter. And if they do, and there is the holding penalty, should be a face mask, personal foul. They should offset, redo the down.
All that action just to go back to the original line of scrimmage.
Original line of scrimmage. So with 2:11 left in the third quarter, and like I said, at your Liberty, you definitely want to get in the end zone before the end of this quarter so you won't have a running fourth quarter clock. But they just need to start all over. They shouldn't mark off one end and then turn around and mark off the other. And that's what they do. And this, to me, makes really no sense to me. That would get me dizzy if I was a referee. Right?
Well, the thing is, holding is a spot foul. Okay.
Well, that could be the difference.
That might be the difference.
That might be why they have to do what they're doing.
Yeah. They're going to end up, gaining the first down.
I don't know how that happened, or maybe they call it a down. I don't know how that came about. But anyway, they had a holding penalty, and even though they got face masks, they did have a holding penalty. They came out to the good of this. So I'm not sure about that. Now the clock will run, and they have a first down, as you mentioned, and I don't understand that call at all, inside the 15 at the 14 of Logan. And now what do we got? So while we got a minute, we want to thank a couple of people here. The fine folks at Indoor Air. Indoor Air are a very proud sponsor of Raleigh County High School sports for all your heating and cooling needs. You can call the fine people at Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. Also at this time, we want to take time to thank one of our streaming sponsors, which is Dr. John Tabbitt at West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma. Whether it's a sports injury or car accident, Dr. Tabbitt will get you back on your feet at the West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, a proud sports sponsor of high school athletics in southern West Virginia. So with 1:57 left in the third quarter, it's going to be a first down for Liberty at the Logan 14-yard line, and I really didn't quite understand that exchange, but nevertheless, Liberty will have the first down.
We have a few friends that ref. I'm going to have to see exactly why they did that way.
So, with the first down, as we resume action, with 1:57 left in the third quarter, Liberty trying to desperately get in the end zone before the quarter ends so we won't have a running clock. And Williams will take it off the left side, and he'll spun down for maybe a yard, not much. Ball goes to the 12-yard line. They'll give him a couple. So it'll be second down for Liberty. Minute and a half remaining in the third quarter. Plenty of time on the play clock. Bradford heads to the right side, and they're going to run him out of bounds just inside the 10 or maybe right at the 10, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be third and about 6.
Yep, they got to get – actually, I put it down at the 9, yes. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up. Obviously, 2-down territory. Clock's running with 1:13 left here in the third quarter. And as I mentioned, if Liberty scores, we'll have just the regular clock in the fourth quarter. If they don't score, it'll be a running fourth quarter clock with a 36-0 Logan lead. Here's Williams on the carry. He's up inside. He's very close to the first down, and he probably looks like he's going to get it. He had to get – he's inside the 5, and that will be enough for a Liberty first down.
Yeah, it looks like Liberty's, as they roll the clock, trying to punch it in here before the fourth quarter starts.
Yep, looks like they're going to get down to the 3-yard line with 40 seconds left in the third. So I kind of feel, Eric, that if Liberty doesn't score here, they probably won't maybe get another chance in this quarter. And they're going to give the ball on a direct snap, and it's going to be a Liberty touchdown. And that's Bradford, and he's the one that you would think that would really deserve the touchdown, as he'll go up the right side for a 3-yard touchdown, and Liberty is on the board.
And that was a well-executed drive, picked up, a first down on the penalty, and was able to turn that into 6.
That was a 9-play, 67-yard drive, and Bradford finished it off all on the ground. And Liberty's on the board with 23 seconds left in the third quarter and trims the lead to 36-6. And now they'll line up and go for 2. And here comes Williams to the near side, and he gets inside the pylon, and they get the 2-point conversion. So your new score with 23 seconds left here in the third quarter is Logan 36 and Liberty 8. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
I hear things that go bump in the night, but it shouldn't be our car engine making those scary noises. There are definitely things out there to be scared of.
But making your new car purchase at Hometown Kia isn't one of those.
Stop digging a grave for that old ride and test drive a new Kia today.
Hometown Kia of Beckley wants to make your new car buying experience thrilling.
But not so shocking it leaves cobwebs and dark corners in your wallet.
So quit walking around like a zombie and start riding around in style in a new Kia from Hometown Kia of Beckley.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College.
And we welcome you back to Glen Daniel, West Virginia. Liberty is on the board as here comes the ensuing kickoff, and Logan able to pick it up and return to just over the 30-yard line, and that is Gardner. But on the last scoring drive for Liberty, their first touchdown of the evening, Liberty went 67 yards in 9 plays. They've got a Bradford 3-yard run, and the 2-point conversion by the quarterback was good by Dalton Williams. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes better than ice-cold Pepsi. So we're down to the final 15 seconds of the third quarter, and Logan will have it on the 32-yard line, their own 32 with the first down. Logan has scored each of the last 5 times they've had the ball, and probably just got one, obviously I would say just one more play left here in the fourth quarter. Once again, I'm not sure what the holdup is. And now we're set and ready to go. Barry will work out of the gun, as he has all night for Logan. He's been outstanding. He's set to throw. He loses the ball, and Liberty has recovered it. I think that's going to be ruled a fumble, which it should be. And waiting for the officials to give the indication as the ball popped out of the hands of Barry. Wasn't hit. And I still don't see an indication that it's a turnover. And
he was in the back most. Looks like his hand was going back.
I'm not sure what they've called as they're going to – I haven't seen the official give the indication, but Liberty's bringing in their offense, and looks like Liberty has taken over. But I never saw official point that it was Liberty's ball at no time. And now still haven't seen it. They have never signaled that it's Liberty's ball. So I guess they just took that everybody knows that it's Liberty's ball, and Liberty will take over at the 26-yard line of Logan, and they'll run Bradford. And Bradford will get stacked up there, and the quarter will come to an end. So that was kind of a really strange turn of events on the turnover. And that's the end of the third quarter. 36-8 is the lead. But while we got a minute, Eric, between the third and fourth quarter, let's see if you got us some scores.
Let's see here. As it's starting to load in AAA, as we stated, a bunch of ranked teams. Musselman, the number 1 team in the ranking, playing at Wheeling Park, Maris, and they're down 13-7 in the third. Morgantown at Parkersburg South. This is a good one, 27-27, all tied at the end of the third. Hurricane at Cabell Midland up 20-14. Huntington 20, Parkersburg 7. And, Oak Hill is retaking the lead. They're over Buchanan Upshur. They're up 17-7 on the road there. Greenbrier East 35, Ripley 8.
Believe it or not, right?
Believe it or not,
Ripley's, believe it or not.
And Princeton 42, Beckley 7.
Wow, and Independence is up at the break. I'm not sure, did you give that score? They're up 30
to
nothing.
Yeah, 30 to nothing.
Yep. And you said that they're in the third quarter. Princeton leads Beckley 42-7. So we're here at Glen Daniel, West Virginia. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing and doing a great job as he always does. Dee Pennington with us, and along with Mr. Reliable. And everybody knows all I got to do is say Mr. Reliable, and they know that I'm going to say Chris Farish after that because we know how reliable he is. If it wasn't for him, he's the one who keeps me in line. So we're ready to start the fourth quarter, and Liberty will have a second down play, 2nd and 10 at the 26 of Logan. And here comes a running play, and it is Bradford, and he might get to the 25, and that's about it. And maybe no gain. So it's going to bring 3rd and long coming up for Liberty.
Yeah, and this is exactly where Liberty doesn't want to be, 3rd and 10.
So 2 downs to pick this up as Logan leads in the ball game 36-8. Logan, number 9, coming into the game at 5-2. Liberty 1-5. On 3rd and 10, waiting for the snap. Dalton Williams takes it off the left side. He's got a decent gain, but not going to get what he needed, but makes 4th down maybe a little bit more manageable as he got the ball inside the 25. And it's going to be 4th down. And let's see where they put him down at the 23-yard line. So it's a 4th down play, and they're going to need 7 here on 4th down.
And let's see if they can go in their playbook and figure out a pass play here.
They've attempted, I think even though they didn't throw it, they've attempted maybe one, and I think they
completed it.
They may have attempted 2 because they tried to throw 1, and the quarterback ended up running. But actually throwing the ball, they've only 1, and now what do we got? We got a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
So out of the timeout, it'll be a 4th down play coming up for Liberty with 10:41 left in the game. Logan in complete control, 36-8. And 4th and 7 for the Liberty Raiders at the Logan 23-yard line. Now, we'll see this same Liberty team a couple weeks. So we'll be at Shady for Liberty and Shady. Of course, next week, Eric, it looks like Independence will be up there leading 30-0, and they'll play host to Nicholas County. And if you remember, and I'm sure you do, you and I and our crew, we were in Summersville last year, and that was quite a game. In fact, perhaps the biggest resistance that Independence got in the regular season was against Nicholas County a year ago.
And speaking of Nicholas County, they're on the road. No, they're hosting Westside tonight, and they're up 27-0 in the second quarter.
So here's a fourth down play. It's going to be a reverse. They've got some room. Can they get to the sticks? They will, and that's a first down, and that's a well-executed play by the young man from Liberty, and that's Blake Cabell on the reverse.
Yeah, and that was a well-executed play, and he showed a little speed as he turned the corner and was able to pick up that first down.
They're going to put him down, let's see, at the 14-yard line of Logan. It'll be a first down at the Wildcat 14-yard line. So Bradford right up inside, got a nice big hole, and he sprints into the end zone for a Liberty touchdown. So if you're Liberty, Coach Montgomery, you got to like this, Eric. Back-to-back possessions and back-to-back touchdowns. This one came after a turnover, and they had a short field, and Bradford able to get in the end zone. Good hard run right up the gut.
Yeah, once he got up in the middle and got to the second level, he showed some speed and burst into the end zone. And it's good to see this team get some positive yardage and getting on the scoreboard.
So they'll go for two, cuts the lead to 36-14 with 10:28 left in the game. That was a 5-play, 26-yard drive. And they go for two, and they're going to come up a little short on the two-point conversion. So with 10:28 left in the game, your new score, Logan 36, Liberty 14. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Glen Daniel, West Virginia. Liberty have scored for the second straight time. They have it on the near side hash, and they will a little pooch kick, and it'll go out of bounds, and if that'll draw the flags. If you're Logan, I would think they would probably take it on the 30. Ball went out right at the 34. They would get it on the 35. But as we recap Liberty's last scoring drive, and Liberty, after getting a turnover, were able to go 26 yards in 5 plays. They got a 14-yard touchdown run from Bradford. They missed the two-point conversion. 36-14, the lead for Logan. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. So Logan will take the ball at the – and they're putting the ball down at the 39. I have no idea why the ball would be at the 39, kicked out of bounds. I'm sure there's some kind of rule that figures into that, but nevertheless, Logan will have it at their own 39-yard line.
It looks like Logan's, mixing in a few different players here.
Well, they're going to run the ball, and that's going to go for no gain. And it'll be second down and 10 coming up.
Yes, and that is a new running back for
Logan. Yeah, as you mentioned, Eric, they're starting to mix in a lot of different players. We're approaching the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Second and 10 for Logan on their own 39-yard line.
And that was Chance Lewis that ran the ball, a freshman for Logan.
Logan scored the first 36, and Liberty has scored the last 14. So Liberty has scored on back-to-back drives. So here's Barry out of the gun with second down, second and 10. Gets the shotgun snap. Going to be a running play. It's going to pick up 5, maybe 6 yards.
And then
maybe
another
even
running
7.
back for Logan. That will be Ryan Roberts into the game, senior.
Going to get 7 on the play, up over the 45, out to the 46-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and 3. And once again, they'll try to spread Liberty out. They run twin receivers to each side, and now we got a whistle and got a flag.
It looks like a false start.
And it is a false start, so instead of having 3rd and 3, it'll be now 3rd and 8 as you're all over it, partner.
Looks like look for number 10 to try to air it out here, Maris.
Well, down and distance, they've been good on 3rd and long.
They have.
They have been very good tonight. So maybe Logan is like, well, we got to create a penalty so we can get Liberty right where we want them.
Yeah, look for something over the middle because it looks like Liberty's going to bring some heat here unless they're going to drop someone back.
And once again, Logan goes twins to each side. They take the shotgun snap to Sperry. He's throwing the ball deep. He's got a man out there, and he overshot him. They had what they wanted, and if they would have made the connection, that would have been an easy touchdown as the ball goes sailing over Julius Clancy's head, but they definitely had the right call on there.
Yeah, he was locked and loaded right here and then just fired that gun a little too much pizzazz on that one.
Yeah, needed a little bit more air under it. So on 4th down, and looks like they're going to go for it. 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. So this obviously be a big stop if Liberty can get it. As Logan has the ball on their own 41. 7 on the play clock. Maybe they're just trying to get Liberty to jump. Maybe they're not going to snap it, and they finally do. Berry to throw, sets in the pocket, has time, throws, and it's caught for a 1st down.
Little back shoulder throw there.
And Logan has been so good on down and distance, especially 3rd and long and now 4th and long as they make the connection to move the chains.
As bad as Berry threw the last pass, this was a great back shoulder throw, put it right where the wide receiver could get it and pick up the 1st down.
And the 1st down will be at the Liberty 43-yard line. That's a 16-yard connection. That'll keep the drive alive. With twin receivers to each side. Berry waits on the snap. It's going to be a running play. There's running room here to the near side. 35, 30, breaks a tackle, 25, spins inside the 20, and gets all the way down to the Liberty 13-yard line.
Yeah, nice game. Good downfield blocking by the Logan Wildcats, as that was Preston Kovac, another freshman on the run.
30-yard gain. And that'll move the chains for a 1st down for Logan at the Liberty 13. We approach the 8-minute mark. Actually, he didn't get inside the 15, I beg your pardon. Not quite a 30-yard gain. They put him down at the 16-yard line. So it's a 27-yard gain, I beg your pardon. So from the 16, Logan has a 1st down. Twins to each side. Berry waits on the shotgun snap. And it's going to be a running play, and they did not get a clean handoff, and it's fumbled, and Liberty gets the ball. As I mentioned, Eric, right there, they did not have a clean handoff, and for the 2nd possession in a row, Logan turns it over.
And that snap is key. And, as you stated, Mayor, so a high snap and trying to give that little delayed draw look, and Logan puts it on the turf again.
So as good as Logan has been in a lot of phases tonight, and I think you would agree with this, Eric, the one thing, they've turned the ball over now 3 times, and they've been penalized a lot, and that's one thing moving forward. That'll get you bounced out of the playoffs early, and they've got to clean that up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of these teams locally, as good as Independence is, they still make a lot of penalties, but as good as their defense is, they're able to overcome it.
So Liberty will take over on their own 23. The running play gets them across the 25 and out to the 28, maybe even the 29-yard line. And a nice gain on 1st down. So they'll get 6 on the play. Make it 2nd and 4 from their own 29-yard line. Clock turning. We're approaching the 7-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Going to be a running play. And nice hard run by Bradford over the 30. And he'll reach out to the 33-yard line, make it 3rd and short coming up.
I'll say the way this game is going now, this is definitely 2 downs to get this first down.
Well, he's almost right at the first down marker. They started this on the 23. The ball's just shy of the 33. I mean, it's like a nose of a football what they need to pick up the first down. Clock continues to move, 6:40 for the game. And it'll be a running play straight ahead. Got the first down easily up over the 35, out to the 37-yard line, maybe the 38, and enough for a Liberty first down. Got an injured Logan player down as the ball will be out to the 38-yard line.
Yeah.
So while they check on the Logan player, we'll take a break with 6.5 to go in the game. Logan in front, 36-14. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Modley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Modley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Modley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
And we'd like to thank our live streaming sponsor, Dr. John Tabbitt at West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma. Whether it's a sports injury or a car accident, Dr. Tabbitt will get you back on your feet and get you back on your feet in a hurry. A proud sponsor of high school athletics in southern West Virginia. So we got 6.5 to go in the ball game. It's 36-14 is the lead for Logan, and Liberty will have a first down. They have the ball on their own 38-yard line. We will see this Liberty team in a couple of weeks, and we'll see them on the road at Shady. Of course, next week we'll be in Coal City, and looking forward to that. As you mentioned, Eric, when you were giving scores, Independence was up big at Man, up 30-0 last time we checked. And also you said Nicholas County was up against Westside in Summersville. Both teams up big, and we're looking for that matchup next week. Then in 2 weeks we'll have Liberty at Shady. And then we'll wrap up the regular season on November 4th with George Washington and Beckley from Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. 1st and 10 Liberty on their own 38-yard line. And it's going to be Williams to keep it himself, and Logan was not fooled, and we got a flag. We might have a horse collar play here, the way they grabbed Williams and took him to the ground.
Face mask.
A face mask. I knew that they grabbed him high. I wasn't sure it was going to be a horse collar or a face mask. Nevertheless, it'll be a 15-yard personal foul. And actually, they only moved it up 5 yards. And like I've said many times, I think all face mask should be a 15-yarder. But the way he yanked him down on that play, and like I said, I know I'm the one that don't count, but Eric, I definitely thought that was a personal foul.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think they once you get up around grabbing that face mask, that can create an injury.
So they'll scrimmage from the 40-yard line, and they'll run the ball with Burdette, and that's some hard running as he gets across the 45 out to the 46-yard line. And he's still a little short of what he needs, but it'll be second down coming up.
Yeah, that's a good sleight of hand on that exchange.
So from the 46, coming up on 5.5 for the game. Logan in front, 36-14. And, really coming down the stretch, if you're Liberty, you just obviously want to win as many games as you can. Just try to be spoiler, and that's not going to happen tonight. But finishing out the year, them and Shady, neither team doesn't look like they're going to make the playoffs, Eric. But still, that's for bragging rights. As here comes another running play, and that'll get a first down for Liberty. They needed to get out to the 48, and they cross about the 48 right there, right to the down mark, and that should be enough for a Liberty first down, and it is out to the 49-yard line.
Another update on that Beckley game, and my son is sending me the update. He said for me to say this, that Beckley's getting taken to the woodshed
and
tonight.
what's the score?
It is 56-7.
And, and Eric, I'll be honest, I'm really surprised at that score as here comes Bradford. He crosses midfield to the 49 of Logan. And, the stat man, Chris Ferris, and I were just talking a little bit. We thought that game was anybody's game, that was going to be a really competitive game. And I know Princeton has a good team, but I'm really shocked that Princeton able to beat Beckley in the fashion in which they're doing it.
Yeah, and they have a good quarterback, so anytime you have a good quarterback that can air it out.
But, and we talk about this, and just like with this Liberty team, when you're not built to at least be balanced, like obviously, you try to be 50-50, even if you're 70-30. Liberty is like 90-10, and that's kind of how Beckley is, 90-10 to the run. And when you're not balanced enough, here's a nice gain, a flag comes in, it'll be a hold penalty. But I think you'd agree, Eric, you've got to have some kind of balance. You just can't – it's the same way. You can't be 90% to the pass, 10 to the run. Nobody – in a perfect world, everybody wants to be 50-50, but I realize you can't be. But even if you're 70-30, but you can't be like 90-10, and I think in Beckley's case, they're 90% to the run. In Liberty's case, they're 90% to the run, and they're not built when they get behind.
Yeah, and this late in the year, a lot of people are just going to load up that box, and once they get ahead, it's just going to snowball.
So on the holding penalty, that'll take the ball back into Liberty territory, back to the 40-yard line. We're just 2 seconds above the 4-minute mark, and now under 4 minutes, the clock starts. It'll be second down for Liberty on their own 40-yard line. And, that's one thing, too, Eric. When you run the ball as much as Liberty does, you're going to end up, unfortunately, with a lot of holding penalties as Bradford gets the edge and a good hard run crossing midfield into Logan territory at the Wildcat 49-yard line.
Yeah, good head of steam there. Looks like, of course, 2-down territory here, 3rd and 9, so they picked up a good chunk there.
And he's over, Bradford is. He's got 126 yards, 128 yards.
And he's been the workhorse, and he's really, he's gotten up, taken a few big shots. But and the reason I say he's tough, most people know he's getting it. And he's running between those tackles with a head of steam.
And he did on that one and picks up a first down inside the Logan 40 down to the Logan 39-yard line. So Liberty have a new package of downs at the Wildcat 39. Another Logan player down. But I think he's going to have to just limp his way off. And, the fact he limped his way off, I'm surprised they let Liberty come over here and huddle on the sideline because he limps his way off. You put another player, and they should be set ready to go.
I think Liberty burned – no, they
didn't
burn
call a timeout. Like
correct.
I said, they shouldn't be allowed to come over here. And now the referee's going to break it up. Yeah, they shouldn't come over there to the sideline and huddle like that when they got a guy down and he gets up and moves on. And the play clock is – Liberty might have to call a timeout. Play clock's already down to 10.
Yeah, this looks like it's racing towards a delay of game.
Yeah, we're at 5 on the play clock. They're not set 3 on the play clock, and they're just going to get it off, and they do. And here's a running play off the right side, and it's going to get the ball down near the 30-yard line.
And that's a new back for the Liberty Raiders carrying that. That would be Adam Baisden.
He got a 9-yard pickup. And they got that ball off just in time, just as the play clock was expiring. So we're approaching 2:15 and counting for the fourth quarter. And Liberty would love to punch one more in. Here's Bradford, got the first down, plows ahead, gets down to the 25, perhaps inside the 25 to the Logan 24. Actually, they say maybe right at the 25-yard line. So that's where they'll put the ball down. First down for Liberty at the Logan 25. This is the 11th play of the drive. Drive started back on their own 23. So after being down 36-0, they've already scored the last 2 times as Liberty. They'd love to punch another one in. And here's Williams, and he'll cut it up inside for a couple to the 23-yard line. Gains 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the way this clock is turning on this drive, this looks to be the last drive of the game.
Yeah, I would think so, as we're under a minute and a half left in the game. Logan's going to get the win. Logan's going to go to 6-2. Liberty will fall to 1-6. like I said, we'll have this Liberty team over at Shady in a couple weeks. We'll be at Coal City next week for Nicholas County and Independence. There's a run that's stacked up. They're going to give him forward progress to the 20 and gain 3 on the play and bring up third down as we're under a minute for the ball game. So it'll be third down coming up as we're up under 50 seconds left in the game. So Liberty might have just a couple more plays left in them. Here's a running play, trying to get to the edge, and Logan is going to shut it down. It's going to be a loss back to the 22-yard line. Bring up fourth down, and this is probably going to be the final play as there's a timeout. Liberty's going to burn a timeout with 32 seconds left in the game, and this is the final play, I'm sure, of the game. Well, if they pick up a first down, it may not be the final play. But this is the 14th play of the drive.
Fighting to the end, fighting to the end.
And, I think this sends a message, though, to your players, I think it's a good timeout. If you're Liberty, you're down 36-0, and yes, if you score and you make it 36-20, even if you get the 2, the score of the game, 36-22, won't be as close as the game was. But I think if you're Coach Montgomery, you want the momentum. You want to get something positive to take with you for next week.
Yeah, and, and just like anyone else, that's why I'm glad to see him burn that timeout. He wants his kids to kind of feel good. Moral victories I think you can have with a young team. And, and this is a character. There is a teachable moment. They're going to have to try to pick up 8 yards, and so he's going into his playbook. And I totally agree with fighting all the way to the end.
Well, I agree. And what you said, Eric, I totally agree. I think you have victories within defeat.
Yes.
And I think that's what this would be. Like you used the term moral victory, but it's the same thing, that even in defeat, there are certain segments of games where you can have victories within that defeat.
And hats off to Logan, too, to getting some of the younger guys in there.
Classy
and being classy.
Yeah.
They could have left their ones in and probably
continue to throw
50.
the ball.
So – and this is good class act.
Yeah, so it's fourth down. Now, if Liberty makes the first down, we'll probably have at least maybe one more play. If they don't, Logan will just need to take a knee, and that'll be it. And it's going to be a pass play or attempt to be a pass play, and it's going to be intercepted. Logan will intercept it, run it back to the 28-yard line, and that'll do it. All Logan will need to do is take a knee. Logan will win this game 36-14, and Logan came in number 9, 5-2, so they will now go to 6-2. Liberty will fall to 1-6, and they'll just need to take a knee. But if we look ahead for Liberty, they've got 3 more games after tonight, and boy, they got a tough game next week, Eric. Liberty has got James Monroe here next week. Then they'll go to Shady on the 28th of this month, and then finish up on November the 4th at home with Wyoming East.
And we stated that James Monroe team is riding high after beating Greenbrier West last week, who had only been scored on 12 times the whole year, and they shut them out in a big fashion, 27-0. So you're going to get a real good James Monroe team here at Liberty as well.
Yeah, the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show will follow. And we'll wrap it up real quick. We'll also have the Cracker Barrel Inside the Numbers. And appreciate the fine folks from Indoor Air. Indoor Air, a fine sponsor here of Raleigh County High School sports. And Logan just got to take a knee. Now they call a delay a game. I guess they were trying to get other people in there, Eric, and delay a game. But all Logan's got to do is take a knee, and they'll get the win. But while we got a moment, want to take a time to mention Indoor Air. Indoor Air, proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports for all your heating and cooling needs. Dial up the good people. Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. Thank the fine folks at Giovanni's Pizza, where we had our pregame meal tonight. Giovanni's Pizza in Glen Daniel. And, of course, Leicester Square in Sophia. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. That's the final play of the game. The final score, Logan wins it. It's Logan 36 and Liberty 14. We'll take a break, get you ready for the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
We all hear things that go bump in the night, but it shouldn't be our car engine making those scary noises. There are definitely things out there to be scared of.
But making your new car purchase at Hometown Kia isn't one of those.
Stop digging a grave for that old ride and test drive a new Kia today.
Hometown Kia of Beckley wants to make your new car buying experience thrilling.
But not so shocking it leaves cobwebs and dark corners in your wallet.
So quit walking around like a zombie and start riding around in style in a new Kia from Hometown Kia of Beckley.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
And we welcome you back to the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show here in Glen Daniel, West Virginia at Liberty High School. Final score, Logan has defeated Liberty 36-14. Logan was number 9 in Class AA coming into the ball game. And Logan, with this win, is now 6-2, and Liberty is now 1-5. And we appreciate the fine folks of Window World coming up here saying hi to us in the booth. And we always appreciate Miss Leanna Burdett, one of our fine sponsors here on video production. Once again, final score, 36-14. And, Eric, a big key, of course, Logan really got it in gear. They scored on 5 straight touchdown drives, the last 4 in the first half and the first one in the second half to put the game away.
And it was a well-balanced attack, Maris, early on. As we stated at halftime, they had 242 total yards, 122 on the ground and 120 in the air, and they did it with a backup quarterback. I don't think he's anybody's backup. That kid can play, and that's a good problem to have if you have 2 good quarterbacks. And Logan's real impressive early in this game.
And we'll have the final numbers as Chris Parrish is totaling those up. So we're going to take one final break here on the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show, and we'll come back with Cracker Barrel inside the numbers, then put a bow on this and wrap it up. Final score, Logan wins the ball game, 36-14. We'll be right back here at the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show as you're watching live streaming coverage here on Video Productions.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
As a former college football player, I realize that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
And we welcome you back to Liberty High School in Glen Daniel as we wrap this up here on the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. Final score, Logan defeats Liberty 36-14. For Logan, they now go to 6-2. For Liberty, they go to 1-6. As we go inside the numbers, the final numbers brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel with locations in Beckley and Princeton with delicious food all the time. Especially, I love me some pig, love me some crisp bacon and some sausage, along with the delicious hash browns and eggs at Cracker Barrel. Well, Eric, you have the final numbers of this Logan victory.
And once again, Logan, very balanced, Maris. They finished with 348 total yards, 194 through the air, 154 on the ground. Quarterback Drew Berry threw it all over the place. He was 10 of 18 for 194 yards, 4 TD strikes, and he split it up really well. Julius Clancy led the way through in receiving with 3 catches, 81 yards, and 2 scores. And Slack had 2 catches, 34 yards, and 2 scores. For Liberty, they chewed it up all on the ground. They had 256 total yards on the ground, and they were led in rushing by Joshua Bradford. He toted it a whopping 33 times for 143 yards and 2 scores in the fourth quarter. And Wyatt Burnett had 12 carries and 54 yards.
And, you know, the main thing, and you talk about that all on the ground, they really couldn't get anything. In fact, had 0 in the air. And, in fact, they only attempted, I think, maybe 3 passes. They ended up throwing 1 that was incomplete, 1 that got intercepted, and 1 the quarterback never really got to throw it. But anyway, Logan wins the ball game, and we're going to put a bow and wrap this up. Final score, Logan wins the ball game 36-14, and Liberty will fall to 1-6, and Logan will go to 5-2. We appreciate all the fine folks at Liberty High School that made our streaming broadcast possible, and we thank our folks here, our staff working on the game, including, of course, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, did a great job as always, producing, directing. Also, Dee Pennington keeping us in line in the press box. Of course, Mr. Reliable, and everybody knows when I say Mr. Reliable, they know the words of Chris Farish is coming up next. Our stat man, for my partner, Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Logan has beat Liberty